Hello? Meet the you. Hey! Hey! Hello! I'll make myself a little bigger. I feel tiny. Maybe that was a bit too big. Hold on. Hi! 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 How is everyone? Meet the you. Hi! Hi! Let me say hi to everybody in chat real quick. Hold on. Hi Gigi. Hi Red. Hi Jaga. Hi Forest. What else is there? Hi Bahamut. Hi Jackie. Hi Jazzy. Hi. Hi Vanilla. Hi Tony. Hi Sagarashi. Hi. Okay, I'm gonna put my earphones in properly. Hold up. Hi everyone. I hope you all had a good day. I had a very interesting day. It made me think. There's a lot of things I'm thinking about today. Like, I've just had a lot on my mind. not in a bad way. No, not in a bad way. Ah, Poke-san! Konbanwa! Konbanwa! Oh, heyo! Hi! Hello! Genki, minna! Hi, everyone! どうしてわからないけど、いっぱいのことを考えて、だから雑談の配信をする。You drew me? Thank you. Hi, Kevin. Hi. Hi, Kevin. Hi. Hi, Toons. Hi, Toons. Hi. Hi. Wow, there's a lot of you today. Hello. Hi. Hi. I kind of want to put more food on the table. I'm just looking at pictures of food, just wondering which one I should put on the table. Let's see what food I got. How's a float? Ooh, galaxy boba dog latte. Nah, I'm feeling, I don't know, what am I feeling? Oh, today is my mother's birthday. Let's put some cake on the table. Cake with no plate, but that's okay. No plate for the cake, but that's okay. It's fine. We don't need a plate. Oh wait, that's kind of hard to see. No, maybe we should put... Oh, macaron. Oh yes, that's a big ass macaron. Make it smaller. Nice happy birthday. Will do. Will do. I don't know. It's just there was a lot on my mind today that I wanted to talk about, and I just had a really big nostalgic moment happen. So I was like, should I talk about it on stream? And then I just figured, you know what? If I'm gonna word vomit, I might as well stream the word vomit. So here's the word vomit. I hope that works. Ooh, cat pudding! Let's get some cat pudding. Cat pudding! How's this looking? This is a lot of food. Maybe a drink? Let's get a drink in here, yeah? Happy birthday, Mom Mino. Hey, thank you. I will let her know. What's a drink that I can put? How about some afloat? Afloat? It's purple. Is that too purple? Oh, matcha latte. I love these. Hey, I'm down for this. Oh, I can see me behind it. That's kind of tiny. That's bigger. I like big drinks. I get a venti at Starbucks all the time. Okay. Is this better? It's like I have dessert on one side and drink on another. I think that this is a good positioning of everything. I like this. Hi, Shadow. Hi. Why are so many of you here today just to hear me talk? I'm interested. Hi. Goodbye, Dragon. It's a bit cold. Okay. So let me tell you about my day first. I think that's a good way to get a conversation started in my head. So, about, I guess 10:30 in the morning? 10:30 in the morning, I woke up, and the first thing I did was wish my mom a happy birthday. But she already went to work, so I had to text her happy birthday. I wasn't able to like see her in person to say "Sangat Failok." You know, I wasn't able to do that in person, sadly, until later tonight. But when I texted that, she was like, "Where are all the emojis? Give me more emojis." Because I literally just put like 2 hearts, and she's like, "Where are my emojis?" Oh, hi, Noah. Hello. We love to talk. I think a lot of people like to talk to me. It's a thing. It's a thing apparently. But yeah, I said happy birthday to my mom, and like apparently my sister, she woke up at like 7 something, 8 something. She was able to see my mom this morning, and she acted like it wasn't even her birthday. Like she forgot. She just didn't recognize or remember. Like in that morning, that moment, she was like, "Hey, good morning, mom," and she just ate breakfast. It was like, chill morning, nothing special. And then only after my sister, cause she's going on a flight tomorrow. She is gonna go to the Dominican Republic tomorrow. Hi, Vanida Lightly. Hi. Nice to see you. Hello. I'm Mia. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name right. So, I remember my sister, no, my mom, she told me this tonight. She's like, "Yeah, your sister called me in the afternoon." I'm like, "Oh, did she say happy birthday?" And my mom was like, "No." She asked me to convert money into the USD. She was like, "Yeah, me and my friends need to convert our money into USD. Can you go to the bank and help us do that? Because we don't know how." And my mom was like, "Bruh." Because my sister, literally, she's just like, "Hey, mom, I need you to convert some money. Oh, wait, by the way, happy birthday. Do you mind converting some money?" And my mom was like, "The fuck?" But then my sister, she was so flustered. She was like, "Oh shit, my bad." and then for lunch, my dad actually came home early because he wanted to get cake for my mom, and apparently my mom doesn't want cake. Which I find strange. Then again, I also know my mom, and she's the kind of person that doesn't really take birthdays very seriously, or like sentimental value kind of stuff. She's not really that kind of person. But at the same time, we've always been really big on getting each other like good food on our birthdays. We're just a very food positive family. And I think it makes sense because my sister, she had an eating disorder. It was pretty intense. So that was like years ago though, and we've just come to love food in this family because of it. Like it's a very, I don't know, it's just a thing. My mom is never, or like actually my parents in general, they were never the kind of family parents to be like, "You should be at this weight because it's a healthy weight or whatever. You should eat this and this and this. You should diet and do this and this and this. You should dress like this and this and this." They've never been like that. So if my mom is the kind of person that's like, even if it's like 1 a.m. and you want to eat, you should eat. And we just have those moments together. It's really funny. But where was I even going with that? Anyway, we just wanted to eat some good cake. That's what we always wanted to do. But my mom ain't the kind of person that likes to celebrate her birthday. So instead, my dad was like, "What the heck do I do?" And I couldn't really think of anything. I'm very bad with gifting things. I'm just not a good gifter. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know how to gift gifts. I suck at giving gifts. Oh, hi, Dandelion! You guys do. I'm glad you like my story. It's not over yet. Hi, Adela! What's up? What's up? Okay, anyway, let me get back to my story. So, yeah, my dad was like, "Shit, what do I do?" And I'm the kind of daughter that just goes like, Dad, Mom is your wife, and you were put in charge of cake, so you figure it out. I don't know. I'm shit at that kind of thing. Like, are you guys good at gifting gifts? I am terrible at gifting gifts. I know some of you. I know some of you are good at gifting gifts, especially to me, because apparently my throne wish list is very good and has a good price range, and you feel compelled to gift me things. Like today, I received my penis keycap, which was adorable as fuck. Thank you, by the way. But like, I'm so bad at picking gifts for people. Oh my gosh, this is not part of today's story, but let me just tell you. Okay, example number 1. Reina, my mod, my best friend since my senior year in high school. She gave me a really nice gift last year. Okay? It was very, very nice perfume and a lot of other things like little samples from very, very expensive brands and all that shit, alright? And it's all things that I can use and I love. Like, she just knew what scent I liked. I didn't even tell her what scent I wanted. She just knew. And then she bought it, and I'm like, holy shit, this is my shit. And until now, I haven't given her anything. Because I keep thinking, like, I want to give you something, but I don't know what to gift you. And she paid for our trip to freaking Wonderland like 2 months ago, and I still haven't paid her back yet. I'm a terrible friend. Gift Six is their favorite candy? Oh. No gifts that no. I'm gonna get you that Sailor Moon keyboard, I swear to God. But anyway, this is like example A of how I just am shit at giving gifts, alright? I just don't know what to get people. I know good places. I know where to go to eat. Does that count? Like, I know where... I like taking people out for food. That's my way of giving a gift, is spending time with a person and treating them to some really good food. That is my form of showing my appreciation of someone's existence in the world. But, you know, other people are just better at giving gifts. I don't know. Like, what do you mean? I'm gonna give you that fucking money back, okay? And you have COVID. You should be resting. You shouldn't be modding. What are you doing? Anyway, that's just... I didn't give my mom anything this year. She isn't really the kind of person that does gifts either. Like, I don't give gifts. She doesn't give me gifts. Same with the rest of the family. That's just how we are. We just don't gift. It's just become a thing. Like years ago, yeah, when I was in high school, they were like, "What do you want for your 16th birthday?" Ooh, ah. You know, like, "Oh my gosh, you're legal now. What do you want for your 19th birthday?" You know, things like that. So now after university, we've never really done that. It's always just, you're so busy because you're doing midterms around your birthday. Do you want to just go out for a nice dinner for your birthday and have a good cake and just leave it at that? I'm like, yeah, that sounds good to me. Because I like the quality time. You know, time is money. And I like to give you my time if I'm going to celebrate your existence in the world and your birth, right? But my mom, I wanted to give her something. I didn't know what to give her. You're gonna lurk? Oh yay! Thank you for lurking. So my dad, we were in the living room together, and he was like, "Since she doesn't want a cake, we're gonna go out for a nice restaurant. We're gonna go out to a nice restaurant, get some nice desserts after, and hopefully that'll work out." And I was like, okay. And my dad, about an hour later, this was at 3 o'clock, like, and he asked me at 2, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go prepare for a stream. And as I was preparing for it, he was like, "Mia, we're gonna go out and buy some cake." I'm like, "Dad, you just said no cake." And he was like, no. Your mom might say she doesn't want a cake, but we're gonna give her a cake. I'm like, "Dad, are you sure you're not the one that wants the cake. And all he could say to that was "Hiya." You know like the Cantonese like "Hiya," you know. And he's just like, get in the car. He's like, "Sorry, I'm like, God damn it, okay." And I don't know. I was dragged out. I was dragged out. Did not want to be in Zikor. I touched outside air. That should be the point of birthdays. Spending time with family. Yeah, you know what? I think that's what my family has turned it into. Like birthdays is all very just sentimental, spending time with each other, that kind of thing, you know. But we went and got macarons and a really cute cake that was really small. It's a bathtub shaped cake. And it has a duck on top. Like a little yellow rubber ducky. And the macarons, there were 6. And they were all shaped like animals. And it was the most adorable thing. I loved it. And they were all in flavors that I knew we would all eat. So that was good. And when we came back home, I took a shower. But then I think my shower took too long because by the time I came out, my dad called me and I had my Apple Watch on. So I answered his phone call in the shower. And he was like, "Hurry up! Everyone's leaving without you." I'm like, "What the fuck? What do you mean?" Because it was 6 o'clock and I thought that we had to leave the house at 6:30. But no. Apparently we had to get there by 6:30. And I was like, well, shit. and I got out of the shower. I changed into outdoor clothes that I planned on wearing. I just forwent any makeup. Usually for days like this, I would wear like a full face of makeup. And to me, a full face of makeup is foundation, eyeshadow, and lipstick. I cheat the eyeliner by using black eyeshadow as eyeliner. So I narrow it down to 3 products, okay? I'm simple. Yeah, we went out and had dinner. It was at this really nice Italian place. It was great. We went with my grandparents. Apparently they were coming too. My mom and my sister left to pick my grandparents up. My dad stayed behind so that he could drive us together to the restaurant. And I was like, oh, okay. So in the end, we would have had to driven 2 cars because we can't fit 6 people into 1 car. So it was okay. It was okay. And I ordered pizza. Okay, guys, you're gonna laugh at this one. I swear to God, I died. So, we were planning on ordering food, right? We were trying to get the waiter to come over. And there's 6 of us. My dad, mom, and grandpa are on one side of the table. And then the other side is... I'm opposite my dad. My sister's opposite my mom. And then my grandma and my grandpa are on the far right. So it was like 3 and 3. Does that make sense? Like we're parallel to each other. I'm facing my dad. Sister faces mom. Grandma faces grandpa. On the... you know, I think that makes sense. And so I'm there like, oh, I want pizza. and everyone else just kind of goes on and talks. I'm like, we're gonna order the calamari and get this kind of steak, and we're gonna order this fettuccine whatever thing, and then we're gonna get like the salad with fucking fruit on it, which was an abomination in my opinion. Had all things I hated on it. And I'm there in the corner like, pizza? And the waiter's like standing next to my grandpa on that side of the table. So I'm on the very far end and I'm like, pizza? And only my sister heard me. And she was like, what pizza you want? I'm like, I thought mom was picking because it's pizza, you know? Pizza. And in the end, we got the pizza. It was a very last minute thing, but we got the pizza. And then my grandpa, he has the audacity to be like, we should get some alcohol. And yet, like, my mom is driving, and like, I really don't want her to be drinking and driving. Like, you know, I would not. I usually say no to that. My grandpa has high cholesterol. He really shouldn't be drinking either. My dad also has some liver issues, so I'm like, you really shouldn't be drinking either. But then, because all three of them were like, "Hey, we drink wine." I was like, "Okay, guess I'm driving us home then." And I want my mom to have a good, happy birthday, right? Like if she wants to drink a little bit of wine, then so be it. As long as she's safe and we're with family, and we're with my grandparents. It's literally her parents. Like, if she's gonna get drunk, I doubt it would be there. So, the waiter, he was like, "So, you want wine?" And my grandpa's like, "Yeah, can you tell me what wine is? Blah blah blah. This one or that one?" And in the end, they pick one, and the waiter goes, "So, 5 wine glasses?" I'm like, "Wait a second, 5? 5? 5? There's 6 of us. 5?" And my grandma, she looks at me from the side like, and my grandpa also looks at me and he points at me and goes like, it's like he acts like he doesn't know me. and my mom, she just starts snickering like and my sister, she's just like beat red in the face, like she's just laughing out loud. And then the waiter, he looks so awkward. He's like, five glasses, right?" I'm like, but in the end, my sister, she was like, "Me, you, and grandma won't drink." It was only gonna be my dad, my mom, and my grandpa that drank the wine. So in the end, they didn't have to correct the guy. They were just like, 3 people, 3 people want wine. Apparently, they wouldn't even let me drink. So I was like, okay, okay, see how it is. And the waiter left, and my grandpa was like, "Mia, did you wear makeup today?" I'm like, "No, sadly, no." And he's like, "No wonder he thought you couldn't drink." Because apparently me wearing makeup automatically makes me look slightly older. I'm like, what? And my sister was like, "The guy was just being cautious, shouldn't really be serving to a minor in case you were a minor." I'm like, "Dude, did you bring your ID?" And she's like, "No, I didn't bring it." I'm like, "But you look as young as I do, and you're telling me that he didn't have to even ID you. Like, what the fuck? What about me? I brought my ID. I'ma wave it around at you, like if I really had to." Like, but this was in front of my family. I think that's what makes it worse. If it was in front of friends, I could have just laughed it off. But because this is in front of my family, I was like, "Mom, why did you give birth to me and give me such a baby face?" And then my mom was like, "You take after your dad, not me." I'm like, "Bruh, no, dad." Actually, no, dad does have quite a baby face. I honestly didn't like the fact that he assumed I was not of age, but I get it. I'm small. I have childish tendencies. I have the voice that I have. It's okay. That's not the first time I've gotten pulled over by a cop just to make sure that I had a driver's license, because they thought that it looked like I stole my parents' car. So it's okay. It's not the first time. This ain't the worst. The fact that I got pulled over on a highway by a cop once just because I looked young, like, it really couldn't get any worse. as a Asian person driving my car, I own my own car. Like, what? I literally showed the cop the ownership, and he was like, "Huh, okay then." So yeah, anyway, dinner was good. Had nice what do you call it? Dessert. That's the word. Yeah. Hi, Dad. But in the car, oh my god, my grandpa was talking about this Saturday and what kind of food we would have this Saturday. And my mom, she was like, Actually, no, not my mom. That was my grandpa. He was asking me if I wanted to invite one of my friends over for dinner on Saturday night, where it is me and my family of 4, my cousin's family of 4, and then the twins' family of 4, and then my grandparents, all in one house. And my grandpa was like, "Do you want to invite your friend over? Because last week my sister invited her friend over." And my grandpa really loves cooking for people. So I was like, I'll ask, I can ask. And he asked me like, how were the kids last Saturday with the friend, with your sister's friend? And I was like, oh man, that was a bad day, because the kids were really hyper that day, especially the twins. They're both 11 years old, my cousins. The twins, they're both 11. One of them is male, one of them is female. I do have 2 other cousins, one you saw, the 13-year-old, and then a 15-year-old cousin. They're definitely better in terms of behavior at the dinner table, but that night we were having curry. It was curry. I love curry. And my 15 and 13-year-old cousin decided to make some rice balls to dip in the curry. And you know, they were cute. They were cute little balls. And then the 11-year-old male cousin. You know, he hasn't really done anything that has ticked me off in a while. But this one thing really did. What kind of curry? I think it was Chinese. Yeah, it tasted Chinese. And seafoody. Yeah. But yeah, my 11-year-old cousin, he saw my 15 and 13-year-old cousin making those rice balls. And he decided that he would take the rice balls and turn it into a dick. So at the dinner table, with my sister's friend present, he was like, I'm just gonna take rice balls and turn them into 2 balls for a dick. And then he actually shaped it into the shape of a dick. And I had never felt more embarrassed in my life. Yeah, that was bad. That was a bad day. And then there was a fly in the room. He really wanted to kill the fly. So at the dinner table, you know how you're supposed to stay seated until you're like, can I be excused? You know, table manners, right? Oh, hi, weather extra. Hi. So yeah, there was a fly just going around. And he kept standing up to try and get it. To the point where the place that we ate was at the breakfast table, while all the other generations, older generations, sat at the dining table. He kept standing up to whack at the fly, and he ended up slamming the backyard door really hard. And it shook the glass, like, a lot. Many times. And I just got so pissed. Like, I yelled at him. I was like, shh. I don't want to say it here because it sounds intense, but like, I just told him to sit down in a very intense way. And he actually listened because he could tell I was really pissed. But at that point, I was like, I'm done. And all I did was just like play with my phone, and I just tried not to interact with him. I only interacted with the 15, 13-year-old cousins plus my sister's friend and my sister for that night. I was so mad. Like, it's just embarrassing. Like this. But anyway, yeah, that was a moment. Anyway, while we were talking about this happening, my mom, she like deranged the conversation to something else about like language stuff, because at work something came up and she was asking me if it was grammatically correct and stuff. So I tried to help out. Oh, hi Creep X. Hi, I'm Mia. Nice to meet you. Yeah, so my mom told me about how one of her coworkers was wondering why in English you can say yes please and no thank you, but you can't say no please or yes thank you. Otherwise it sounds kind of weird. Because like for the please thing especially, like if you say yes please, it sounds really like polite. It's like, yes please, can I have that? Yeah, thank you. Like, you know, like that, right? But if you say no please, it kind of sounds like you're yelling at someone. Like, no, please stop that. Like, no, please. You know, it just sounds like you're yelling at somebody, like you're angry at somebody, or you know, you're just like not happy with them. Like the connotation is just there. It sounds passive aggressive. That's what I could. That I would finish that phrase. It's like, no, please stop, or like, no, please, like, no. Right? There's like a you can't if you change the yes and the no in front of the word please, it changes the meaning entirely. But in Cantonese, it's different. In Cantonese, you actually say no please and it sounds more polite than yes please, in my opinion. Because if you like, I think in Cantonese, you try to sound very humble. So you're like, oh no, I'm okay. No, I'm good. You know, that's kind of the. It's really similar to Japanese in that sense, where it's like, yeah, like, 大丈夫です, you know, you kind of go like, oh no, I'm good. In Cantonese, it's kind of similar. So you say no please instead of yes please, but the intention of yes please is the same as no please in Cantonese. Does that make sense? I'm trying to brain. brain, please work. Yes, thank you sounds weird in English. Yeah, right? But in Cantonese, you say yes, thank you, and no, please. That is the polite way of saying things. If you flipped it and you said no, thank you, you're like, oh no, thank you. That is more rude than saying yes, please in Cantonese. So I don't know. I'm confused sometimes. Like in Cantonese, what you say is like no please, like how do I even, the word would technically be you know, kind of like that. That's kind of how you would say no thank you, but it sounds kind of like you're pushing someone away. Almost hi. These are the type of questions that keep me up, and it really does. It seriously does. This has been on my mind for a while. After my mom talked about it with me in the car, I just couldn't stop thinking about it. I was like, whoa. Hi, Zale. Hi. Hello. Okay, let me get back to the thing though. Okay. So, like, when you say yes, thank you, it's like, hi, ngai. That's kind of like saying yes, thank you. It's like hi is like the Japanese way of saying hi. Like, hi, arigato. That kind of thing. It's the same. You say yes, thank you, right? You say hi, arigato. Or in Cantonese you say hi, ngai, which is yes, thank you. But in English you say no, thank you. Like, it makes no sense to me. And then if you say no, please, it's like, it's just a different way of saying like, I am going, like, please go, leave. You know, it's just so much more aggressive sounding to me. It sounds like you're scolding someone if you say no, please, in English. But in Cantonese, if you're like, no, please, you're like, You know, you can also, please and thank you are the same word in Cantonese. You say, Mgoy for like, Mgoy is like please and thank you. Yeah, Mgoy when you receive something, you can say Mgoy. It's like thank you. Or like, say you're at a restaurant and someone serves something, you get like Mgoy sai. Kind of say that. But you can also be like, if you're saying like, please, can you do this for me? You go like how am I doing? Yeah, Mgoy. That's like please. Mgoy also please at the end of the sentence. Like I can't. Brain. What phrase was in Canto? That Mgoy. Just things like this keep me awake at night. All right, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. I also was thinking about the swear words in Cantonese because you know how like in English you have really basic words like you motherfucker or like fuck you or like oh shit. You know, kind of they're like weaker swear words. In Cantonese, they are so much more intense and they sound much more intense, and they're longer than one word. I think I've taught you guys this at some point, I think, but there's direct translations of like "oh shit" and "fuck you" in Cantonese. Like "fuck you" would be "diu lei." Literal direct translation. Fuck is "diu," and then lei is you. So "fuck you" is "diu lei." It's a really weak swear word. Like really, really, really weak. At least in Cantonese, it'd be very weak. There's a phrase where it's really common. This is more common, and it's a little more intense. Where you say "ding go fight," and in the beginning, I had no idea what it meant. I just knew it was a bad word or a bad phrase to say. It's four characters: ding, lei, go, fight. And if you directly translate that into English, it means I'm gonna suffocate your lungs, or I'm gonna like stop your lungs, or I'm gonna block your lungs. It's like a harsher way of saying I'm gonna suffocate you to death. So I've heard my dad say that when he's like yelling at somebody while a car cuts him and or something like that on the road. And I never knew what it meant. I just thought it meant you could like you're trying to yell at somebody, you know? As someone who didn't really understand Cantonese growing up, I just thought it meant you're yelling at somebody. And then my mom told me the actual definition, and I also just gradually learned what those words meant separately, and I'm like, oh shit. Choke or strangle? No. If you're choking or strangling someone, it's choktan. Choke. That's a different word entirely. If you're gonna say you're gonna choke someone to death, like you can say choktan. It's a little weaker if you're saying you're choking. It's like if you're like say you swallowed something and it went down the wrong pipe, you could just be like, oh choktan. It's like oh choktan. cough. You know? It's like joke. That's like choke. You know, joke can also mean kanji. Weird. I know. And like, it's just so much more intense. I was like, why is Cantonese such an aggressive swearing language? There's also a lot of slang. Like, there's ding they go fight, which means I'm gonna block your lungs. You know, it's weird. And I couldn't stop thinking about it for a while. I'm like, is there a way to swear more harshly in English? Because I'd love to. I would love to, but it sounds terrible. I think you guys know by now, like, when I first started streaming, I had the most say-so mouth ever. I never swore. I tried my best not to cuss on stream. And then suddenly I was like, fuck it. I actually have a pretty big potty mouth. It's all about the tones. Yes, it's all about the tones. And I hate the tones with a passion. It hurts my brain. That's another thing that I hate about Cantonese. It's fun to play around with, but it makes me so damn confused. People say Chinese, like Mandarin Chinese, is the hardest language to learn in the world. Or at least one of the hardest languages to learn in the world. I say it's Cantonese. Like, if you ask a Chinese person, would you rather learn Mandarin or Cantonese? They would pick Mandarin automatically because it's just so much easier than Cantonese. Especially with the amount of slang Cantonese has, okay? Where am I from? I'm Canadian. Ow. I hit myself. I'm Canadian. I'm from the land of maple syrup and moose and beavers and snow and hockey for some reason. And yeah. You're here in hopes to pick up some Canto. Alright, what do you want to know? I got you. Mooses? I say mooses. I don't think I say meese. You know what? I actually tricked my sister. I tricked her with the whole octopus and octopi thing. And I also tricked her with, what is it? Man, I forgot which one was it. Oh man, I forgot. Never mind. I know it was it was an animal. I forgot the animal. Fuck. May sounds funny, but goose and geese, right? I think it makes sense. I mean, that's just me though. Wait, you know, go can mean a lot of things. That's another word that has kept me up at night. You know, I've fallen asleep to some of these thoughts before where I just think like, this word in Cantonese means so many things if you just change the way you say it. You know, I think of that a lot. This English language is weird. English is really weird. I feel like English makes no sense sometimes, but Cantonese sometimes makes a lot of sense. Just the logical structure of the language just makes it so much easier. So much easier. We don't have those ing, ed, or like those kind of things. We don't really have those kind of conjugations. You get me? Like we just, if you're gonna say something is in the past, you just say the time it happened. At least that's what I would do. Like I'm eating now. Or you guys say yeah, you know, I'm eating now. You guys now. Or like I ate before, and I'd be like, oh, say cool, yeah, like it's a past tense cool. And if you're gonna say I will eat, you're like always sick, right? I will eat. You just add the word for past, present, and future. You know, that's just how it is. It makes life so much easier. But in English, you gotta do the ed, ing, and sometimes there's even what, like the I don't know, there's proverbs, verbs, adverbs, other shit, nouns, pronouns. There's so much shit with English that you really couldn't simplify the language. And spelling. Spelling is weird. Cantonese having like, it's just Chinese in general having specific characters. Sometimes that just makes sense to me. Because if you know that word, you're never gonna get it wrong. I mean, if you don't know it, you don't know it. But if you do know it, it means that one thing and it shouldn't really change too much. Depending on context. So it's weird. It's weird like that. But the word go. Go can mean a lot of things. Go can mean dog. It can mean enough. It can mean 9. Let me think. Dog, 9, enough. I think there's more. I think it can mean I think it mean, does it mean dick? It means dick. It means, oh no, that's go. No, go and go are different. Go, I think it means those. My Cantonese knowledge is really bad when I have to do it in English out loud while my brain is in Cantonese. You're so bad at spelling and grammar? It's fine. Go can mean like that sticky dessert thing. Can mean tall. Go. I think that's what it can mean, just those two things. I can't really think of any other things. Talking about Canton words that can be a lot of other things. Yeah, yao is another one. Yao can mean right. Oil. Yao. Or to have something. Or, what else is there? I don't know. I'm running out of words. How do you spell the color? Oh, I say A. I have with an A. I write grey with an A because I was raised Britishly. When I spell the word color, I spell it with a U. Favor, color, should have a U in it. Yeah. They all sound the same? I mean, they do. They technically do sound kind of the same. Hey, don't you half me? US or UK? No. I don't live in either of those places. I don't live in either of those places. What do you know? It's got nothing to do with where you live. Now, I grew up in Hong Kong. It used to be a British colony, but by the time I was born, it wasn't. So, I just grew up with British teachers, British school system. I go by like year 1, year 2, year 3 in primary school, not grade. I never said grade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in Hong Kong, primary school is from year 1 to 6, and then high school is year 7 to 13. So if you think about it, because there's a 13, you just gotta subtract 1, I guess, in age. But basically, I was 10 years old in year 7, I think I was 10 years old in year 7. And in Canada, that would be grade 6. They just subtract 1, basically. So yeah, that's just kind of... And I started secondary school as a 10-year-old, okay? I was going to the cafeteria, buying my own food, going to different classrooms, going to like the gym room to change into my PE outfit and do some shit around the school. There was like there was a swimming pool at the school I went to, like 3 different outdoor shit. There were 3 blocks, an 8th floor for one of them, and then 5 and 5 for the other 2, I believe. I may have forgotten. But yeah, my school was big. And all the teachers that I was taught by were either from New Zealand, Australia, and UK somewhere. Yeah. So I grew up with that. So if you guys asked me to do like a British accent or New Zealand or Australian, either one of the 3, I can somewhat replicate it. British would be the best one because my mom kind of has a British accent. I just kind of grew up with it. No experience in K-12? No. You know what? When I was in kindergarten, let me just tell you a little bit about me in kindergarten. Oh my god, I had childhood thoughts today, guys. I remembered some childhood shit I did. More tomboy Mia stories. But yeah, as a kid in kindergarten, there was... I had like a puppy love, you know where you like there's like the little cute guy that like gets along with that one girl. I was that one girl. I think it's because I was a tomboy that I got along with a lot of the guys in my kindergarten class, and like so many of them were male too. I think I have a picture of it somewhere around here. But I was really popular among the guys as a kid. I was surprised. I didn't know this until I think my mom told me about it. But how did it go again? I just remember we walked home together a lot, and then there was a point where we were in the playground and I tripped and fell, and like he took me to the nurse's office or whatever. Like it was really cute. I was a cute kid. And then I think in I should say year 7. Yeah, year 7. I went on a camping trip with my year, and we had to jump off a dock. And I was really scared. But after I jumped down, this one guy, he like swam up to me and took my hand and like helped me get to shore and stuff. That was so nice of him. I was honestly so shook from the fall. But right after we got out and he helped me up and everything, everyone just started laughing at us, or like they started pointing at us, and they were like, "Are you into a thing?" And I'm like, "No, we're not a thing. He's just being a nice guy." I don't know. I've just had a lot of these situations where a guy will be nice to me, and then a lot of other people start bullying me for it. It's not the first time. It ain't the first time. I think it happened in high school too. Mia had an interesting high school life. I think you guys know some of my stories from high school already, but yeah. Mia as a kid was interesting. My mom likes to tell people a lot that whenever we had gym class or something, like I would bring someone else's gym clothes home, or like I'd lose my whole entire school bag somehow. And to be fully honest, I didn't purposefully lose it. I feel like some of the kids in my class would take my shit and hide it somewhere for it to never be found. I really think that's how it was. Cause I would get like Snickers from other people a lot as a kid. Yeah, twice bullied as a child. I'm over it now though. I don't really remember too much of it. I try not to anyway. I did have some really cool moments though. Yeah. I was big tomboy kid. I think you guys know that though, right? That I was a tomboy kid. I still really want art of me in a baseball cap, oversized t-shirt, some kind of high-waisted denim shorts, Adidas shoes, and a penny board. I need art of me in that. If anything, I would draw it myself if I have to. You think I should draw it myself? That might be a thing. That could be my next art project. Well, but then I have to draw myself in a different outfit. I don't really have good outfit ideas. I'm not good at designing shit. Sure? Yes? Art stream? You guys, I've already done an art stream this week. I've done 2. I did one with Lifu and I did one right before my trip. Guys, you know what? Maybe I can do like what's it called? I was thinking of doing an endurance stream on my birthday. Yeah, I think it would have been on my birthday. I would probably make it about starting at, I wouldn't call it too much of an endurance stream. I would say it's only just a really long stream. Probably start at like 7, end at 2. It's like 6 hours or so. Yeah. I was gonna make it my endurance stream to 2000. I think am I at 1.99? Yeah, I think it would have been, I would have made it like a stream until I hit 2000 kind of stream. I've never really done one of those. Besides, I mean, I tried to for the 1000, but that ended really fast. So, yeah, maybe I'll do one. Maybe I'll do one for the 2000 since I didn't get to do one for the 1000. What else did I say I would talk about today? I feel like I could go on forever, and I just won't stop. Oh man, why did I... I wasn't thinking when I made that tweet that I was gonna stream, huh? How goes... Wait, what is that greeting? I don't know how to read that. Hi, Andrew. Hi. How goes the chatting? I've been chatting for a while. I don't really know what I'm talking about. I'm kind of just... going. How's your night? Hi. I think I'll have game night on, let's see, tomorrow maybe? I don't know, we'll see. I do want to have a game night every month, or at least once every 2 weeks. Every week or once every 2 weeks, hopefully. That's the goal. That's the goal. Yeah. What else did I say I would talk about? Is there anything you guys are curious about me, actually? I feel like I have a lot of things to say, but I can't get them all out at once. Like, my body is just incapable. Oh, wait. Did you guys see my tweet about the penis keycap? I don't know. I looked at my keyboard and I was like, oh, beanie. Guys, my penis keycap came in. I'm so happy. It fits. It's a good fit. And I'm so happy about it. I don't know if you remember the stream where I told my familia about it, the Higambana familia. We were doing a collab Uno stream, I think, or it was a stick fight. Was it stick fight? I think it was stick fight. And I told them about the keycap, how I could, if I had the penis keycap, then I can't believe I'm reliving the moment. How about I just show you? Can I show you? I think it would just be better if I showed you. Do I still have it? I wonder if I still have that thing saved. I wouldn't be surprised if I did. Oh, I do. Oh, now that's interesting. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can get that in there. Media source. Okay. Browse. Here.
No, you're
Wait, Tiffany, can you change your PNG? It looks like my nipples. Hold on. I wanna rewatch myself say it. Rotate anti-clockwise. Huh. This thing. Remember this moment? You guys remember it? I remember it. Twas a time. Twas a wonderful time. Alright, let's go back. Tiffany, can you change your PNG? It looks like my nipples. Oh yes, I remember this. That's one. I was very unsafe that night. I think it was the alcohol talking. He gets to me. My goodness. Okay, what else is there? There's the penis keycap situation. I want to find it. You're gonna love me for saying it, I swear. Is it this one? Don't remember. I'm just randomly getting them out now. Hold on. Because I saved them. Is it this one? I can tap the dick anytime I want. Literally.
Tap the dick anytime you want. Let's go, baby.
Literally. Oh no. It comes with a beanie.
It comes with a what?
The keycap comes with a beanie for the dickhead, so you can cockworm it.
Oh
That's you can cockworm it.
With the beanie. With the beanie.
Mie, I fucking love you.
I can tap the dick. Okay, we're not going to that again. That was a wonderful moment. Oh, JT, thank you for the super. Oh, you didn't give me a message? Damn, I would have liked to read it. Thank you for the super. I love seeing supers. But yeah, I just wait. I can't wait if I was hearing you girlies. I checked the tweet. I mean, my okay. The thing is, I just remembered. Okay, when I speak in Cantonese, I have like a slight accent, but that is only if I keep flipping back and forth between English and Cantonese consistently. Like I just keep going back and forth. I don't stick to one. But if I stick to one, and I'm talking to someone that has good Cantonese, it's just very good Cantonese at that point. I become very fluent. Love seeing supers? Who wouldn't love seeing supers? They're really pretty. I don't know. I just like... You know how someone said that there's a... What do you call it? The rainbow thing? I'm genuinely curious, like, what even that is. But I've been told that it's like... You give super... There's like supers for every single tier. That it becomes like a rainbow. Is that what it actually is? I don't know. I'm not good at YouTube culture. I'm just a little normie. Actually, no, that's a lie. I'm normie to a great extent, though. Yeah. What do you even call a super in Cantonese? I thought about doing like the half English, half something streams. Last time I did half English, half Cantonese, and I think that went pretty well. It was really chill. Very chill. But it went very well. I like them. I like doing them. I think it's funny. Because I just trip over my words a lot, and I can't really remember what some things are. Like, if you ask me what a mic was in Cantonese right now, I don't think I could... I don't think you even have a word for it in Cantonese. You kind of just say mai. You say mai. It's hard to do rainbow suits because credit card. You know, yeah, you're right. I've heard of that, but I was never sure if it was like legit or like people were just, you know, making stuff up or whatever. Like I never knew. I wouldn't know. Don't ask me. Do not ask me. I mean, that's support. Not super though. Would you just say super? Hi, Dazzle. Oh, I drink something. Nah, maybe I should do more of those. I think if I stuck to Cantonese more than English, my accent in Cantonese would be better. Same with Mandarin. If I spoke Mandarin for a long time, then it sounds really fluent. And I don't make any of those weird, like, grammar mistakes or whatever. It's just brain. It's just brain cannot comprehend. I think that's why with most of my streams, I try to do Japanese and English because that's typically what VTubers, like, the people that watch VTubers tend to either know, like, are from Japan or English speaking. So I kind of try to stick to that. But I don't know. I could be wrong. You know, that could work, but that means present. That means present. Maybe I should just say like "谢谢" for the super. Just say "谢谢" for the super. SC. I have seen people say SC, like literally just the letters. I mean, I've heard that before. I've definitely heard that before. Yeah. I don't know. At this point, I don't know. You cheated. You cheated. Oh, forest. Aww. Oh, why? Thank you for the super. Gonna give this one. Wait, gonna give this to one I consider a little sister, even if I don't interact too often. Aww. It's okay. We can interact in the chats and in the channel for members, right? Right. It's all good. Thank you though. You've converted to the mainland style. You really have. You know what I realized is like my brain is hardwired to think in Mandarin when reading and then speak in Cantonese. I think I've told you that, right? Have I mentioned that? I'm pretty sure I've mentioned that. Why? Because I can. Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know. Brain weird. I've told you this, right? I've told you my story. My Chinese upbringing that was not really that Chinese. Like, I lived in Hong Kong as a kid, born and raised there until I was 12. Went to an international school, meaning I was brought up in English and had Mandarin classes on the side. My parents didn't want me to learn Cantonese in fear that I would mix it up with the Mandarin I was learning at school. So I never spoke a word of Cantonese until I moved to Canada. Because once I moved to Canada, my mom was like, "Aight, you not gonna need those Mandarin classes no more. Instead, French." I also had Spanish classes in Hong Kong. I learned Spanish when I was in year 6 up until year 8, and then I moved to Canada. So, I can read Spanish and understand it, but if you tell me to hold a conversation, I would not be able to do it. At least I can understand some Spanish up until this day. I recognize a little bit. But yeah, after moving to Canada, English and Cantonese were basically all I learned, and then I hit the French thing. I know some French. And then after a while, I just decided I went to Japan a couple of times growing up. Actually, a lot of times growing up. And I knew some already. But because I was also slowly starting to get into anime, I was like, just further that knowledge a little more. And then it got to the point that I'm at now. And the same with Korean. Like, I went to Korea as a kid and I really enjoyed it. And then my friends also started to get into a lot of Korean stuff, so I did too. And then I learned that, so I can read and write in Korean and I can speak it a little. A little. Gonna emphasize a little. But yeah, I can hold a very basic conversation. Yeah. Oh, it's gonna storm. Oh boy. Oh boy. Good luck in the storm. Have a nice shower. Hi, no name. French fluent too. Hell nah. I can read it, pronounce it, but I can't really talk in it with other people. Always spoken English, not trying to pick up Canto. You see, like, as a kid, like I said, my parents didn't want me to learn Cantonese because I had to learn Mandarin in school. It was a mandatory thing. Like, even all the white kids had to learn it too because it was part of the curriculum. Like, if you live in Hong Kong and you go to an international school, it is inevitable that you're gonna have to take Mandarin classes. It's mandatory. It's part of the core stuff, right? And then, in Canada, I think because my mom spoke to me in Cantonese a lot more, and okay, I think it's just a cultural thing too. Like in Hong Kong, everyone there speaks Cantonese. So if you speak English, it's like you're speaking this secret language that hardly anyone understands. But in Canada, it's the opposite. Everyone here understands English. So if you want to say something in secret, you would say it in Cantonese, at least to another person that also understands the language. So my mom, every time she wanted to say something to me privately, or she just felt more comfortable speaking Cantonese in that one moment, she would say it in Cantonese, right? And I'd be like, uh-huh. And I think I just got really curious at that point because I had some friends. Like as the new kid, everyone was like, "Oh, you're from there." Like, "Oh wow, does that mean you speak this and this?" Like, and I'd be like, "Yeah, kinda." And then people would just be really amazed at the fact that I spoke a language that was not English. So, you know, I just tried to get better. And then there was one time where my family from Hong Kong visited after a couple years I'd moved here. They hadn't seen me in that time. And they're like, "Whoa, Mia, you Canto now." I'm like, "Yes, I do." And what's weird is I never heard the difference between like in Hong Kong you don't say, "Oh, I speak Canto," or "Oh, I speak Mando." You don't really say that in Hong Kong. You say the full thing. But when I moved to Canada, everyone was like, "Oh, you speak Canto then because you're from Hong Kong." I'm like, "Canto? You mean the place in Japan?" "No, I don't Kanto. I'm not from the Kanto region in Japan." And they're like, "No, no, no. I mean, like Cantonese Kanto." I'm like, "Oh, well then yes." How's your Japanese fluent enough to get to Japan? I would think so. Yeah. I can ask directions, understand the answer of going left, right, straight, forward, backwards. Or go around this building, that one, or turn left at such shop or that shop, or that colored building or that colored area. I can understand that much. So I think I'd be fine. Hi, Jack. You like my new keycap? Thank you. It's a very nice keycap, isn't it? I have it right here. Okay. This whole entire stream, I've been playing with the keycap. I just keep touching it. I keep touching the beanie and taking off the beanie and then touching the tip and then putting the beanie back on, and then I'm like, ooh, let's just touch it again. I keep touching it. Can't just my parents talking when they don't want me listening in? No. Okay, alright, let's go. I'm gonna teach you some shit. Now I want to understand it. Like I'm really glad that I ended up being more fluent, because if not, I don't think I'd be as close to my family as I am now. It makes me feel more, I don't know, like at home, if that makes sense. 潮汕话. Oh, true. Yes, I agree. How did it look like with the beanie? I can show you guys some pictures later. Yeah. I'll show some pictures later. It's not lewd, it's a keycap. What do you mean? It's just a keycap, right? It's just a keycap. Don't judge my keycap. It's cute. It's cute keycap. Very cute keycap. Send it for you? Do it. Would my mom approve? I mean, there's a beanie on it, and with the beanie on it, you can't really see it. So, even if she could see it, she would only see the beanie. So yes, I think she'd approve. Just because of the beanie. If she took the beanie off, now that's a different question. If she took the beanie off my keycap, then I do not know the answer. I don't know if she would... Like, my mom is really unpredictable sometimes. She'll either laugh really hard, or she'll disapprove high key. It is either one. I don't know. We'll see if she ever discovers it. Show her the tip. The beanie tip? I can show her the pom-pom. She's gonna be like, what the fuck do you have such a tiny beanie for? Hopefully she'll never know. Do you guys have like random thoughts that keep you up late at night? Because I clearly have some. Like why people put fruit in salad, like vegetables and then fruits with the vegetables. I never understood that. I think it's the most stupid thing. It's disgusting. And then again, you're talking to someone that hates fruits. The majority of fruits in existence I hate. I only really like I like pears, grapes, and bananas. Plum? I like plums. I don't really know what else I like. This is tough. It's easier to ask me what fruits I like than the ones I hate. Because I hate a lot of things. I hate citrus fruits, anything that ends with airy. Anything that ends with the word fruit. Like passion fruit, star fruit. Hate those. Hate papayas. I like watermelons. I like melons. Yes, melons. I like melons. I hate carrots. Ew. Ew. Shrek is not hot in my opinion. I do not like Shrek. You know who's hot? Me. Cranberries? Ew. I said I don't like citrus fruits. Orange is a citrus fruit. You guys, listen. No, I like pears, grapes. Pears, grapes, melons. Specifically cantaloupe and watermelon. I'm okay with honeydew melon. Can't really think of anything else I like, to be honest, when it comes to fruits. I'm really not much of a fruit person. Yeah. Hi, Aaron. Orange can be sweet though. See, that's what they said. That's what everybody said. Everybody's told me that. You know, I went strawberry picking the other day. It was, I think it was Monday. Was it Monday? No, Sunday? To be fully honest, I can't really remember what day it was. I think it was Monday. I think I went on Monday. Either Sunday? Monday. Sunday. Monday? I'm gonna say Sunday. I went strawberry picking on Sunday. And, you know, I originally was like, nah, I don't really want to go. Because I don't like strawberries. I wouldn't eat the strawberry. What reason was there for me to go and subject myself to do something that I wouldn't... To get some things I don't even like? Like, what's the point? I'm not gonna like the strawberry. I'm not gonna eat it. Like, what? It'd be stupid. But then my mom was like, just come and help us pick the strawberries. And I told her, like, I don't know what a good strawberry looks like. You're gonna have to tell me. I'm stupid when it comes to berries. And she's like, that's fine. Do you want to ask your friend to come too? And I'm like, oh sure. Maybe she might be able to help me feel better about going strawberry picking. And she lived a bit closer to the farm we were going to go to for the strawberry picking thing. And I called her and she was like, I'm at work right now, dude. But I'm free after 2. I'm like, oh, okay. We'll be there around 3. You down to go? And she was like, yeah, I'm down to go. So while me, my mom and dad, my sister didn't go. My 15 and 13-year-old cousins plus their parents, and then the twins' parents, and my grandparents, all of us, we went to go pick the berries, the strawberries. And then my friend came along, and we were at the very back. And the houses that were around that area were fucking huge. Like, the kind of house that has more than one building? Like, there was the main thing, and then there was like an east wing and a west wing or something. And then like 4 garage doors, or like a freaking parking lot, or like a roundabout thing with a waterfall in the middle. Like those kind of houses? Those kind of houses surrounded the entire farm. And I'm like, how much money is this farmer earning from us picking his berries? It was a really big field. And then my friend found us at the very back, and then she got to meet my entire family, basically. It's not her first time seeing them. It's probably the second. But yeah, she ended up meeting them. And my grandpa took a huge liking to her. Like, I think it's because she's a really extroverted, friendly person. You know, she's the kind of person, like, whenever we go out shopping together, she'll be the one that takes orders. I mean, like, she'll be the one that gets the waiter to come by, or she'll be like, she's the kind of person that will go up to someone and ask a random question if need be, and then not feel awkward about it. I'm here like, oh, I'd be hella awkward about it. I hate being that person. I'm introverted to a fault, okay? And then like once my grandpa met them. Wait, yeah, I was one to ask that. You know, yeah, you did. I remember you did. I think Natalia is the most extroverted first, and then you. I think it goes in that particular order, and then me is last. I'm definitely last on the introvert scale, in my opinion. I just I'm farther into the introverts than you are. Oh, we should go on a trip again, by the way. I just remembered. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, yeah. So my grandpa, he kept looking at my friend, like, trying to get her to pick certain strawberries. They were huge, by the way. Like, they fit in the middle of my palm. It was like one strawberry. It was so big. No, you're not the most introverted. I think that's me. I think that's me. Yeah, after that, my grandpa just really wanted my friend, Natalia, to come to Saturday dinner this week. So I'm like, I mean, we can. I gotta ask her. I have not asked her yet. She doesn't know my grandpa asked about her, but I think he wants me to invite her. So I will. Just not now. And then like I came out of the strawberry field. I was like picking stuff, and you know it can get kind of thorny. After I came out of the field, my entire shirt and shoes were covered in strawberry juice. And my hands were also really strawberry-y. Like, it was so red. It looked like I murdered somebody. I wore a white shirt and black long pants. I did not expect to be covered in so much strawberry juice. What are you talking about? Oh, hi, Neffy. How I went strawberry picking on Monday. Yeah. So, like, when I came out of the field, I was carrying the basket of strawberries to my chest. I didn't realize that it would seep through and stain my shirt. And my shoes were also really red. I need to clean them now. And then we left, and I was gonna have plans to go eat dinner with them, Natalia, but I ended up just not. I felt drained. And then Tuesday I went out with my friend to a mall called Yorkdale. The one that's from Korea and I haven't seen in like 3 years. My Korean got better because I met her though. We were talking about this really intense drama that happened when we were both still in university. Like, the friend that I met up with, the Korean friend of mine, she had a roommate, and me, the roommate, and my Korean friend were all really close to each other. But there were some things that the roommate did which was really bad. Like how she would leave the apartment door unlocked when she went out, or like she just was very untidy. Like she wouldn't do the dishes and stuff. And because I'm friends with both of them, I was just in the middle of it all, and I was kind of pulled into their little fights that happen from time to time. One of them was really bad, where the roommate asked to meet me at Starbucks, and I was like, okay, cool, let's go to Starbucks. And we were talking, and suddenly this coworker of the roommates comes by as we're talking about my Korean friend and how like the roommate just doesn't appreciate some things, where like she helps her out with homework, or you know, she'll help her like take care of her dog sometimes, walk the dog, things like that, because my Korean friend has a dog, had past tense. And then the coworker of my roommates comes by, and he was like, oh, what you two talking about? I had never met this guy in my life. But then my roommate introduced him to me, and I was like, hi, I'm Mia, nice to meet you. You know, very, very simplistic greeting. And the roommate, she was like, oh, we're talking about that Korean friend. And the coworker was like, oh, she sounds like a bitch. Like, instantly. Instant. Like, Oh, she sounds like a bitch. Like as if he already knew who she was. And I'm like, oh, did you talk to him about said friend? And she's like, oh, he only knows like a little bit. It's fine. It's whatever. He's just being him. I'm like, okay. I felt really awkward about it because I'm like, you really shouldn't allow somebody to call your friend that. Like, that's just rude. And then the roommate told me like, oh yeah, I'm meeting up with said Korean friend right after we're done here at Starbucks. I'm like, oh shit. So, I told the Korean friend over text message like, yeah, so this just happened and I'm not really comfy about it and I thought you should know. And then they had like a big thing going on with the talking thing, and then eventually said roommate moved out. Korean friend stayed with Dago, and they just like stopped talking. Yeah, it was intense. Oh, Chris, hi. Sorry, I didn't say hi to you. Hello. Doesn't sound like a decent person. I mean, she was nice for some things, not so nice for others. Like, because like I said, I'm pretty quiet, introverted a lot of the time when it comes to talking to people I don't know. So I was part of this club thing, and every time someone would come up to us, because we're like executives of this club thing, she would be the one to like if someone approached me and she could tell that I was like really awkward about it or something, she would step in right away and help me out. I was really good at holding Korean conversations when I was still in that club, but she was even better at it than I was. So Korean's also like I think it's her third language. Yeah, for me it was my fourth or fifth. Was it fifth? No, hold on. English first, Mandarin, Cantonese, French, Spanish, Japanese, Korean. So seventh. Korean was my seventh language that I learned. So, you know, there's just a lot of shit going up in the brain, and it's not good. So I struggled at the time. I was still really new to the language, so I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was saying. But she would help me out a lot in those kind of situations, and she would just take the lead a lot of the time. So yeah, she was a decent friend. I can't say she was a good person in general. There were some things that she wasn't really good at, like social cues were kind of bad sometimes, but she knew what had to be done at the very least. How difficult is Korean to learn? Not difficult. I would say it's probably one of the easiest languages to learn because the alphabet is really easy to learn. The phrasing of things is also really easy to learn. I think grammar-wise, it's also quite easy. You don't have to think about grammar too much, in my opinion. I think with Japanese, grammar isn't too big of a deal either. Actually, no, I take that back. Japanese grammar is really intense. Korean, not as much. Yeah. Depends on which language you already know. Yeah, it does. I feel like if you already know an Asian language, like you knew Chinese or something, then learning Japanese and Korean would be so easy. At least in comparison. If you knew, like, say you know English and Spanish, it would be so much easier if you learned French then. If you already know, like, Chinese, Japanese would be a breeze. Yeah. Yeah. As long as you don't mix up the characters. Like, cause kanji is, rough. My kanji knowledge is increasing. I'm starting to recognize words now, which I'm very proud of. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very proud of myself for being able to recognize, like, the kanji. You studied Japanese in university for 3 years. Ooh, yeah. Grammar is definitely really rough. Keigo Jovi. Yes, you understand me. The best part for me when I learned Korean was the difference between 반말 and 존댓말, which is like casual way of speaking versus the more formal way. Because the instant you know the formal way of speaking, it is incredibly easy to go with the very casual way. I think in Cantonese, it's sometimes really difficult to differentiate between very formal versus very casual, unless you're on two very extreme ends of said spectrum. Like in Japanese, the way to say thank you, you could just be like, there's like a hierarchy, right? The easiest one would be domo, which is very casual, and then you gradually build up to like arigato, domo arigato gozaimasu. You know, it just builds, right? I think in Cantonese you can't really build. It's very situational. Like you can have ngoi and the dode and the, you know, you really only have those two, and then the way you say some stuff, I feel like it's just really hard to know, in my opinion. The very formal shit versus the not so formal shit. Is formal grammar super important in Cantonese? Okay, let's put it this way. If you're writing an essay, or you're, say, writing a script for talking on the news, then yes, very, very, very important. But outside of that, it is not really, like, important. How are you learning Japanese? Oh, I just watch anime and watch J-dramas. Yeah. And I guess I just read a lot. I read a lot of manga. I'm impatient, so I read manga in Japanese. And if I don't understand a word, I just Google it as I go. Cantonese is really speaking language, not written. I kind of agree. I think you can write in some... You use Chinese characters, right? It's still Chinese regardless. You can text in Cantonese. I feel like it's really difficult to write an essay in Cantonese. I've never had to do that. Never known how to do that. But if you ask me to write an essay in Mandarin, I probably could. Probably could. I think I could. Maybe. Maybe. I think because I was brought up speaking Cantonese from my parents, I never had to learn Cantonese in school, so my knowledge of formal Cantonese is quite minimal. I really only know conversational things. Like if you told me to hold a conversation in Cantonese, easy, no problem. You ask me to text someone in Cantonese, I will struggle. I use the voice to text function on my phone. If my parents text me and I can understand what they're asking me, I'll just use the voice to text function. What's the name? Oh, if you're asking for similarities, numbers. All the way numbers. Yeah. Some wiki page doesn't get any... Is it? Oh. Because, okay, my understanding of formal Cantonese is just what I hear on the news. Like, when you hear things on the news, if you're, like, say you're a Hong Kong person, you have no knowledge of English. It's really difficult to understand when something, like an English word, has been changed into a Chinese one. Like, okay, I told my mom in high school, like, oh, I'm gonna go to Starbucks after school. Like, I would say that a lot. And my mom would be like, do you know what Cantonese, like, do you know what Starbucks in Cantonese is? I'm like, no, I've never heard of it. I didn't know there was a Cantonese way of saying Starbucks. But apparently there is. It is called Sing Ba Huk. And I'm like, wait, what? And she's like, yeah, Sing Ba Huk. Sing Ba Huk is Starbucks? And she's like, yeah, Sing Ba Huk is Starbucks. Sing in Cantonese means star. So I understood that. But the Ba Huk part, I had no idea what that meant. Like, what the heck is a Sing Ba Huk? I was so confused. Because to me, when you say ba, I think of a bar or a bus. Because ba can be like a bar where you drink. Or you can, like, you know, the high table, that's a bar, right? Or backseat is like bus. You say backseat, bus. So I'm like, huh? I was so confused. I didn't understand See, Starlight, I wasn't able to make that connection thing, you know? My brain isn't hardwired that way. I just hear words and I'm like absorb. I didn't like break it down in my head besides the word sing. And originally I thought they were just trying to use characters in Cantonese that sounded like the English equivalent. But no, it's like a translation. It's just coincidentally that ended up kind of sounding like Starbucks. But imagine you hear that in a sentence. It'd be really hard for me to be like, wait, what? You know, like that's you're talking about Starbucks. Like, I sometimes had to clarify if that's the case. There's also like, oh, President Biden has a Chinese name. I think it was something Biden. Dun. You don't say Biden, you dun. I don't know, it's like some weird ending. Yeah. Is that. And then there's what's the word? Taxi? It's Dixie. I'm like, Dick? See? That means taxi? Dixie? And it's literally like the word for it's like I don't know how to it's like not even a proper it's like a connecting word and then another weird one that really should not that means nothing. It means nothing related to car that takes you places. It's just the sound. And I was like, what? I'm like, Dixie, let's take the Dixie. Ever got into a bad situation because of not understanding a language or something? I think I have. Let me think. I don't have like a specific situation of that. Hold on. Let me think. It's not a bad situation. It's more of like an embarrassing situation. Yeah. I would assume these characters just for the sound. That's what I thought, especially for Dixie. Like, taxi? Dixie? Right? KFC sounded like Kentucky? You're right. Oh, McDonald's is McDon. At least my family calls it McDon. Do you read traditional Chinese characters easier or simplified? Simplified. But I know traditional because my parents text me in traditional. I was taught simplified in school though. Okay, but about the whole situation thing, the bad situation thing, I have many embarrassing situations instead. So I think on my dad's side of the family, very traditional Chinese people. You know, they are the whole you should have a son, you gotta be a doctor, lawyer / businessman, or you're not successful in life, or you need to get married to a female and have a child, hopefully male. You know, that kind of people. And they hardly speak any English. They were not English speaking at all from what I remember. Oh, good night, Becky. So when I went to see them for Chinese New Year, it was I think I mentioned this last time I did a Chinese New Year, the first Chinese New Year thing I did, where I talked about the traditions and stuff. On the first day of Chinese New Year, you see the father's side of the family, and then on the second day, you see you see the mom's side of the family. Also, JT, welcome to the membership. I didn't see the alert. What the heck? Thank you for joining the membership. I'm sorry I didn't say hi to you. But yeah, the first day. Okay, the day before Chinese New Year, me and my sister would prepare as many. In Mandarin, you call it changyu, where it is like the four idioms. English should be idioms, yeah. Like 大家帶嚟恭喜發財身體健康萬事勝意，大家帶嚟學業進步something sing. Brain is not in Chinese New Year mode. I'm sorry. But they're basically 4 character idioms that mean like live a long life, do well in school, be healthy, earn more money, things like that. And me and my sister suck at Cantonese, right? So we would prepare a list and be like, okay, you get to say "taiga taile," and then I'll get to say, I don't know, like "san taikin hong," right? Like we would separate our list of very limited Cantonese idioms and just be like, okay, you can say these few tomorrow. I'll say these few, okay? We can't overlap, so because it makes it look smarter if we say different things. And when we went to those big gatherings, it was always like a room rented out for like 20, 30 tables, and it'd be each table would sit like 10 people. So these gatherings were always really intense and draining. And because my limited Cantonese sounded like I was a Western person, I would say like, you know, gong hei fat choi. I'd be like, gong hei fat choi. Sun nin fai lok. I would say things like that, not like the proper way of saying it, like sun nin fai lok, or what was the other one that I said? I don't know, gong hei fat choi. Like I would say it badly. Like as someone who is from Hong Kong, looks Chinese, but cannot speak it, it was kind of embarrassing, especially to my dad's side of the family, who is incredibly traditional. So my what's it? My grandma, like my dad's mom, she would always try to get more out of me, and it would never work because my brain is so limited. Like I didn't know anymore. I had a set list of limited idioms that I could potentially say. I couldn't say anymore. I don't know anymore. So I think that'd be just the embarrassing situations, and a lot of them would kind of be like they would say to my parents like, oh, why are you sending your daughters to this English speaking international school? Like you should send them to a school that speaks Cantonese, and get them to understand Cantonese and speak Cantonese because it's better than whatever's. And my parents would be like, no, our kids, we choose what we want to do. We send them to a school we think will be good for their life, you know? Like they really shouldn't have a say, but they were just all very nosy about it, or they would be very judgmental about it. And then like I remember when I went back to Hong Kong when I was like 15 years old. I went back alone, by the way. My mom, my dad, and my sister stayed in Canada, but I went back alone. My Cantonese at that time improved like an exponential amount. I could finally hold a proper conversation in Cantonese, and I would be a little bit more confident when I spoke to someone. I went to get my hair cut, and the person that always did my hair, like my family all went to the same person, and we'd been to that person for many years. So when they saw me and we actually held a conversation this time, like they're like, oh my god, Mia, I'm learning so much about you, things that I never even knew because you wouldn't say a word to me. I'm like, I'm sorry, I know more now. We can talk now. I felt so bad. But then at the same time, they were like, I'm really proud of you. You've grown into such a nice young lady, and whatever's, you know, like nice compliments and stuff. And I also went to see my grandma, like my mama and yeye, guje, gujang, whatever's, you know, like the dad side of the family. And when they heard that I could speak Cantonese, they hadn't heard me until I landed. I honestly didn't want to go and meet them because I was alone and I was worried about how awkward it would be. Especially because they tend to ask the questions of like, are you dating anybody yet? But when I went to see them and I spoke in Cantonese with them, they had a really shocked look on my face, on their face. Oh, good night, Joka. Nice. You watch the minute? Okay. I appreciate that. Yeah, like I would because before, as a kid, like I was known for not being a good student. All right, I handed in homework late, quote unquote late. I did not get very good grades. Did not have many friends. I don't know. I just wasn't smart as a kid. Oh, hi, Godfather. How are you? I'm good. How are you? I'm Mia. Nice to meet you. Yeah, I was stupid as a kid. Very stupid. Like, at least academically, I was stupid. I think I was a very artistic and creative child, alright? And athletic in some way or form. Whenever I could be athletic. And so when I met them, and they're like, "Oh, what are you studying?" You know, I met my dad's parents, my grandparents alone, and also my aunt and uncles on my dad's side of the family. They're like, "Oh, you speak Cantonese now?" I'm like, "Yes, I do." And they're like, "What are you planning on studying in the future?" And I said I wanted to become some kind of doctor or therapist in the future. And they're like, "You? Me, you of all people want to work in the healthcare field? I don't really know if that's okay. Like, are you gonna accidentally kill someone?" I'm like, "Huh?" and they said like, "You might as well just find a husband and get married and have kids." I'm like, what the fuck? they were that kind of people, and it made me so uncomfortable because I was alone. Like, I didn't have my parents or my sister to back me up. It was just me. And then, like, I was not happy. Being a Duncan was fun. It was really fun. Don't want to see relatives for those same questions? Exactly. You get me. I just finally asked if you had and my family likes to joke that I don't have my own. You know what? Like, my mom, over the years, she's just learned to not ask. I sometimes, like, tell her if I'm going out with somebody, like a friend, and it's like one-on-one kind of thing. Like, I have a couple of guy friends in my life, alright? And I've told you about them in stream. One of them's a mod. So I think that goes to explain that we're good friends and stuff. Like, I go out with friends one-on-one all the time. It is nothing new to me. And my parents know that. And they're very okay with that. So at this point, they just know not to ask. If I say I'm going out with a friend, they're like, "Okay, have fun." It doesn't matter what gender they are. They just go like, "Okay, have fun." And the one time my friend dragged me on a date. I didn't want to go, okay? I was not feeling it. I was like, I just want to be at home. I want to not go out in the world. I'd like to stay home, watch my anime with my chips and a blanket. My friend, she was like, "But this guy is cute." I'm like, "We're friends. I don't know if I want to go on a date with a friend." Like, like this guy friend that I had, we've been friends for like 3-4 years by then. And she's like, "Just go on a double date with me," because she had a boyfriend. And she wanted me to get with somebody. I am perfectly fine living my single life, alright? She's like, no, but I think he has a thing for you, so let's all go together. So I eventually did go on said date. I did not think of it as a date. I thought of it as hanging out because it was with a friend of mine, her boyfriend, and then another friend of mine. 2 friends and one other friend's boyfriend. To me, it just felt like hanging out with my friends. And then I came back home, and my mom was like, "You smell like a dude." I'm like, "I didn't do anything, I swear." Oh, hi, buddy. Hey. What's up? Hi, Penalty. Wish my parents were like that. No, I wish they were... Okay, the thing is, they're funny about it. They try to be funny about it. But to me, it just makes it more embarrassing. Because they'll say, like... They'll be like, "You went on a date? Did you go out with a guy? Was it that guy today?" I'm like, "Yeah, and?" And they're like, "Did you do anything? Is he cute?" I'm like, "No." Because to me, all my guy friends, even if they're hot, I'm not gonna tell them that. That's just gonna inflate their ego. My parents can do the way they just say okay and have fun and I'll be back, that's all. Yeah, my mom does the same. Sometimes she'll ask me, very rarely, she'll ask me like, "When are you going, like, who you going out with?" Or like, "What'd you do today?" You know? And I'll tell her an honest answer. I don't go on dates. At least I don't think I go on dates. If the guy friends I meet up with think they're on a date with me, well, I'm sorry. Whoopsies. Yeah, my parents are really chill about it. And my sister is probably the one that's actually really interested in if I'm interested in anybody. And I'm not. I'm single Pringle. And I'll be happily a single Pringle for as long as I'd like to be. Yes. If anything, like, I'm just so focused on trying to become big VTuber. No, not really. I just like being VTuber. I'm full-time VTuber. And I'm happy with that. I just focus on that. And my art. And my friendships. Because I value my friendships way much more. You know? Yeah. Later today I went to the... Yo, me too though! I go to another city all the time. You guys love it when a guy hands out the girlfriend. Not to be confused. Oh yeah. Yo, that actually happened to me. Can I share that story with you? Oh my god. JJ! Yo, what the fuck? That's a big super. Why is my alert not going off? I'm sad. It's not going off. Why won't you work? Yo, I'm genuinely so sad right now. I thought my alerts were working. Yo, I'm gonna see what's up with it after. Thank you for the super. Thank you. I appreciate the super. Wait, obligatory super chat message. When I said give me a message, this is not what I meant. But thank you. I'll take it. Tell you a story. I'm gonna tell you a story. It was really awkward, but really funny for me. Really awkward for him, but really funny for me. Because I honestly don't care if someone does think that. I'm the kind of girl that just like, if someone assumes I'm dating somebody, I'll just play along and be like, heck yeah. Just to make fun, you know? Like, just to have fun. I'm that kind of girl, okay? Like, I know we're not together, but I just love acting like we are just to make the guy feel embarrassed. And, okay, I'm like... I show my love... One of my love languages is physical affection. You know, I like to put my hand on people's shoulders, or like touch their arms, or lean on them, or like... I like to back hug people and just smush my face into their back or their chest, you know? I'm that kind of a person. Plus, I'm small. I am 149. I'm over-exaggerating. I'm 149 centimeters, okay? So I'm short. So when I hug somebody, it's really nice when they hug back because I'm small. And if I lean on somebody, I can't lean on people's shoulders because I'm too short. I lean on their arm, not their shoulder, which is kind of sad, but it is what it is. 50% have fun and the other half just to feel it. Yes! Yes! You understand me. Yeah, I have a thing for back muscles, alright? So I like back hugs, I like leaning on people, I like holding hands or like crossing arms and stuff. That's just me. It takes a lot for me to get comfortable with somebody though, to get to that point. But if I really do like you, I will hug you and all that fun stuff, alright? And I was out with one of my guy friends. It was actually my mod. Not Kevin, if you've seen him in the chat. We were out and it was really hot that day. My god, I think it was a heat wave or something. But there was a heat warning. And he was like, do you want to go out for lunch? It was a really quick thing. And I was like, yeah, sure, we can go out for lunch. And so he picked me up and we went to this cafe together. And from what I remember, the cafe was like, I would say 10 minutes away from where I live. So it was pretty close. And I think the drive itself was really chill. Because we were just like talking about how we hadn't seen each other in person for a few weeks. Or like we talked about my streams. And then after that, we got into the cafe. I was behind him. Actually, no. I was next to him. Was it next to or behind him? Either one. I think I had my hand on his shoulder, just kind of going like... You know, he's like slightly taller than me. So I put my hand on his shoulders, kind of like follow the leader. And I was just like shuffling behind him like... You know? I just do weird things like that, alright? And then, when we went in, he was gonna get a table for us for two. The waiter that worked there is someone that he knew. And I was like, oh, cool. You know someone that works here. And he was like, oh no. I was like, what's up? He's like, I know her. Oh my gosh, we're high school classmates. Oh go. And I was like, bro, calm down. You're fine. It's just a friend, right? Someone you knew? Yeah, chill. And he's like, oh, this is awkward. I'm like, is it though? So I was like, hi, you know, I was being nice and friendly. I was like, hi, and then we sat down at a table, and the girl, she took our orders, and then she came back to give us water, and she was like, so are you two like, you know, is this she never finished her sentences. She was just like, is this, you know, or like, are you two you know, and I was like, are we? I was I was like, I put my hand like, you know when you think of like a brat where I put my hand, like, I put my elbow on the table and I let my face in my hand. I was like, are we? And I just smirked at him like, hmm? And then he looked so flustered. Like, he was freaking out internally. And then he was like, we're just friends, we're just friends. And I started laughing. And the girl, like his friend or like his classmate from high school, was just like, oh, okay, I see. I'm like, yeah, we met in university. It was the funniest shit. I loved doing that. I love doing that. He looked so red, and like once the girl left, he put his elbows on the table and like hid his face in his hands, and he's like, "Oh my god, Mia, why?" I'm like, "Why not?" and like I remember when we were waiting just to get seated and stuff, I was actually behind him, right? I said I had my hands on his shoulders, right? So, when he was panicking, like I still had my hands like that he was panicking about knowing the girl, right? I still had my hands on his shoulders, and I kind of just like peeked around him like that, like, and I was like in his ear kind of, and he was like, "What are you doing? What the fuck?" It's like, "Why are you so close to me? Oh gosh," you know, like he was panicking at that moment. I'm like, "So who's she?" I acted like a jealous girlfriend. And then when we were at the table, I was just being like a brat. I don't know. It was so funny to me. But it's not the first time I've done something like that. I think so in university, first second year of university, there's, I think I told you guys this before, but there was a group of friends that I didn't really want to call friends. And it was my, I think it was my 18th birthday, so it was probably first year. And one of my guy friends at the time, he was like, "Are you doing anything on your birthday?" Because it was a school day. And I was like, "No, I'm not really doing anything. I don't have plans." Because the guy was in town, so he was asking me if he wanted to hang out, and the friend group that quote unquote wanted to celebrate with me, they were really, what do you call it, like, they were just bullies who wanted to use me a lot because I'm smart, okay? Long story short, that's who they were. And they would always be curious about me. Like, they would always ask me about my love life, or what kind of places I'd shop at, or what study methods I used. So I was like, you wanna come over and get me some food after class? Because I had classes from like 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. straight. I had no time to eat. So I was like, you want to get me some food? And he was like, yeah, sure. Just tell me where. And I'll bring some food to you and we can go eat it somewhere. I'm like, yay. And I asked him to get me sushi because I really wanted sushi for some reason. And then when I was exiting class at 3, the friends who used me, or like the quote unquote friend group that I had, they were like, so it's your birthday, right? You want to come hang out with us? Or like, you want to come study with us? Or like, you know, they were just basically trying to get me to go with them to help them out and stuff with their homework or something. And the first thing I did was like, sorry, I've got a date. and they were like, wait, we have a date? Are you dating somebody? Oh my god, you have a boyfriend? I'm like, no, not really. I mean, kind of, not really. I was obviously lying. We were just friends. But like, I really wanted to play them. So when my guy friend came with all the food, he was waiting outside the classroom. I saw him and I was like, now is the time. So I ran up to him and gave him like the biggest hug ever. and he looked so flustered because this was like in front of a lot of people. and my program in university is like really close together. Like we all know each other, and it's a really tight knit program, I guess. So when I hugged this guy, everyone started looking at me, and I'm like, "Fuck you." To the people behind me, I was like, "Yeah, fuck you. You don't get this." I'm not gonna lie, that friend was hot. Okay, he is still very hot. But yeah, I just gave him a really big hug. I'm like, "Oh my god, you came for me, hi!" And he's like, "Yeah, happy birthday. Here's the sushi. Let's go eat it. Yeah, let's get out of here." Because some people were still looking at us. And and then I looked behind me, and all the friends, the friend group I was with, they were like, "Oh shit, who's he?" I'm like, "Hey guys, this is my friend from this and this program, and he does this and this. Like, this is his name and whatever." I'm like, "Yes, I gotta go now. Bye." And then they kept going like, "Wait, Mia, wait." They tried to stop me from leaving because they wanted to get to know the guy more. I'm not gonna lie, he's such a good friend. And like, he put up with my shit from giving him that big ass hug, and then like exaggerating the excitedness. And then as we left, he was like, "Mia, what the fuck was that?" I'm like, "Thank you for being my pretend boyfriend. Thank you." And we just had the sushi. Oh my god, another weird thing happened though. So I met up with this guy a couple times. And because we were friends for so many years and stuff, like he knew me. But we were basically in the outside the library, kind of where a cafeteria was. We were eating together, and that friend group walked by, and they were like, "Oh, hi, Mia." I'm like, "Fuck, hi." And I was sitting next to the guy, so they all sat in front of me, and my guy friend, and they were like, "Oh, you're having lunch before class, huh?" I'm like, "Yeah, study date." And they looked at us, and then I looked at my guy friend like, "Study date." And he was like, "Yeah, we're on a study date." We're on a study date. And wait, didn't the guy develop feelings from that? Nah. We're still very platonic friends. Yeah. He understands my behavior now. Yeah, he looked at me. He was like, "Yeah, we're on a study date." I'm like, "Yeah, study date." And then the people across from us, they looked at us like, "Oh, are we interrupting?" I'm like, "No, you're not. It's fine." And I like leaned over to the left. I think you can tell like I'm leaning over this way a lot, but I leaned over to the left, and I was like, I think I was asking him about some sort of physics problem, and because I'm left-handed, my arm is like on his right side. So we were really close, and I'm honestly okay with being physically close to somebody that I'm comfortable with. So I like leaned over, and we were really, really close to each other. And the people across from us, they were just like trying to look away, like they just didn't know what to do. And I'm like, "Heck yeah." So when they left, my friend was like, "You love doing that, huh?" I'm like, "Yeah, it was fun." Because it was like the third or fourth time that I'd acted as if he was my boyfriend in front of them. This is so funny. He understood though. He liked, because he knew that they weren't good friends. He was like, "I'm willing to play the fake boyfriend whenever you need." Bless his soul. Wink taskaru? I can wink. I'm really bad at winking. Sometimes, like I just, yeah, I have to. You can see my mouth moving. I just can't get the wink to. Hold on, I'm gonna cover my mouth. Nah, no, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I have to open my mouth a little bit to wink, like. I have really good guy friends, and that because of this, I just think they're funny people. I have a lot of nice female friends too, though. Like, don't get me wrong. Oh my god. Okay, I went shopping with 3 of my guy friends. I think it was about, I think last year in the summer. And it looked like I had a harem or I was surrounded by bodyguards. It had to be either one because they were all wearing black with sunglasses. And then there's me in like my nice light colored outfit. I don't wear black. Okay? I rarely wear black. So I had a really bright outfit and all 3 guys just surrounding me were like all black. And the sunglasses really. But anyway, we were walking in a mall, and that mall happened to be really close to the high school that I used to go to, and I happened to see like 3. I think it was a group of 3 high school friends that I kind of knew, more like acquaintances, and it was really awkward because when I saw them, one of them said, "Is one of them your boyfriend?" And the 3 of them, okay, I don't know what is up with my guy friends, but all of them get flustered at the thought of being mistaken as someone's boyfriend. But anyway, all 3 of them kind of like, you know, they looked up and you know, like that. They just they didn't want they didn't want to be there. So I felt kind of bad, and I was like, I mean, does it look like it? Do I look like does it look like one of those my boyfriend? You think one of those my type? I'm not gonna lie, none of them are my type. But like they just kept looking around everywhere, flustered. And like I said, I'm really skinshipy. So I'll lean on them. Or like I'll wrap my arm and like cross my arm with one of them, or I don't know, like I'll slap their hand or something. You know, I'm that kind of person. So I'd be like, does it look like we're dating? And then my friend, like the high school friend that I happened to see, was just like, "Yeah, I don't know. Are you?" I can't tell. I gave in the end. I was just like, nah, we're not dating or anything. It's just my guy friends, you know, gamer bros. Very platonic. Yeah. I did okay. I think it was in third year university. Cute. You think that's cute? Did oh, thank you. I just like playing people like that. I'm just teasing them. I know it's a kusogaki kind of thing that I do, but it's fine. It's fine. Why are you effing me? Don't give me an F in the chat. No. I mean F for the male friends that I have, but sure, not me. This is the perks of having a lot of guy friends. All right, you get to play them around like that. It's fun. I don't mean it in a bad way though. It's kind of just like fun to tease. It's kind of like how my chat likes to call me smug. You know, it's kind of like that. It's like that kind of playfulness. All right, it's not anything bad. Nothing bad. I think there was a time in university, second year I believe. 3 of my guy friends were in the same class as me, and then the group of friends that I hated a lot, the ones that used me and stuff, they were also in that same class. We had a group project thing to do, and I happened to arrive to class late that day. So everyone had already grouped up with each other, and I was like, oh shit, where do I go? And at first I went to the really bad group of friends because I figured like if someone's gonna take me in, it would be them because they want me for my brain. But they had too many people, so I was like, oh. So I went to the dudes. There was only 3 of them. Max was 4. I was like, oh, okay, I'll join you guys. Do you mind? And they're like, nah, we're good. Come join us. And then this girl from the group of friends, I call her the frog girl. She honestly looked like a frog to me. She glared at me a lot. And it turns out she had a really big crush on one of the guys in my friend group there. One of the guys there. I had no idea. And then she told me afterwards, like, since I was in a group with him, like, she asked me if I could get his number for her, if I could, like, help her out with getting to know him more, things like that. And I didn't really want to do that for her. One, because that was just using me again, and number two, like if you're gonna want to get to know a guy, do it yourself. Like what kind of half-assed way of knowing a person is this? Anyway, we sat in a lecture hall together. It was kind of a row thing. You couldn't really get out unless you walked through a bunch of people. So I was in the middle between the girl that liked my guy friend and the guy friend. So the girl wanted to switch places with me, and she talked to me in Cantonese, like, "Yo, switch with me, I want to sit next to him." I'm like, "Okay." And she said it in Cantonese, right? I'm like, "But you do realize, I think your crush knows Cantonese too, by the way." And she was like, "Oh shit." So then we switched back because she felt awkward about it. And my guy friend, after class, he was like, "Can you tell her, like, I'm just not interested?" I would, but that's your problem. And he's like, "Do you mind if I can we just ignore that this ever happened?" I'm like, "Okay. Okay, fair. Fine." And then the next day, turns out that the frog girl sent her crush, my friend, a Snapchat that said, I think the thing is okay, backtrack here, I skipped a bit. Guy friend sent picture of hanging out with cousin to said girl, kind of like one of those group things on Snapchat, and she replied back with, "Your cousin's cuter than you." And I don't know why she would say that, especially if she has a crush on this dude. And then that very next day, he told me, like, I do not like her with a passion. And I was like, "Okay, what do you want me to do about it? I can't do anything." And he was like, can you just help me out real quick?" I'm like, "Okay, what do you want me to do?" He's like, "Can we pretend we're kind of together?" And I was like, "No, that ain't... No. If I'm not the one initiating this, I don't want to do it." Like, if someone came to me and was like, "Oh, are you and him together?" I'd be like, "Oh my god, you think we're dating?" You know, I'd be like that. But if it's him going like, "Can you act as my girlfriend?" I'm like, I'm gonna be awkward as fuck. I don't think I could play the part. Because when I do it, it's very teasing. It's not really meant to be realistic or whatever. It's just meant to be a kusogaki thing. But if he was asking me to legitimately act as if I was dating him, so like we'd have to like text messages and Snapchats and date Snapchats to prove it, like to make it look realistic. I'm like, that's way more commitment, you know? I'm like, I mean, if it was like for a second, I wouldn't mind. Like, if you want me to flirt with you, like awkwardly, I wouldn't mind. But like, it ain't going any farther than that, okay? And he was like, "Okay, that's good enough for me," because I didn't really like the girl, right? So I was like, okay, if you want me to flirt with you and act as if I'm interested in you, I can totally do that. But you gotta do the same to me, otherwise it's not gonna look realistic. So I was like, okay, fine. I'll help you out. And the next day in class, we had to... It was like a gym kind of class. "You'll help your brother out?" I did! "You know, sure to say anything this girl possibly came into you wanted..." Yeah, that is actually kind of what happened, somewhat. So the next day in the class, there were 3 benches placed in the shape of a U. I took the corner seat, so there was space for my guy friend, who was trying to use me as I used him to make the girl kind of angry. And I'm not gonna lie, I felt petty. I don't like the frog girl, okay? She was a bitch. She always asked me what my grades were. She always asked me for my notes. She always asked me to study with her just for the sake of studying with her, so she could, you know, smooch off my knowledge. And if we ever paired up together, she would make me do all the work and she wouldn't do shit. So, and she also really had a materialistic mindset. So if I had something designer on, she would judge me for that hardcore. Or if I had a certain makeup look going on, she would also try and judge me for that. So very toxic personality. I did not like her. Very petty towards her. So I was very willing to make her uncomfortable in the most petty way. And if it meant flirting with her crush to make her feel that way, I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna do it. And I know it sounds horrible. it's like a you shouldn't get revenge on someone. You know, it's never the right path or something. You know, there's a lot of people say that. I did not care at the moment. I was like, I'm gonna do it. So she'll also try to copy you. Yeah, that too. Did not understand that. So I went to class early, and in that bench thing, Reina knows the whole story. She lived through it with me, by the way. So if I forget anything, please let me know. But yeah, I sat in the corner of this bench thing, and my guy friend sat next to me on the left side. So he was like, "Can you watch my stuff? I need to go to the washroom." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, sure, go for it." Oh, Oge-san! クソガキだよね。私はクソガキだよ。Yeah, he went to the bathroom. Frog girl came by and was like, "Whose stuff is that next to you?" I'm like, "Oh, that's said guy friend, you know?" And he's like, she got really excited. I was like, "Oh," and she put her stuff next to his. And she's like, "Mia, can you watch my stuff? I need to go to the bathroom." And I don't know if she said that because she was actually in need of the bathroom or if she wanted to bump in to my guy friend. But my guy friend came back before she did. So he was like, "Whose stuff is that next to mine?" I'm like, "Oh, that's the frog girl's." And he was like, "Oh shit." So he went to an other bench. He went to the opposite corner just to avoid this girl. And when she came back, when frog girl came back, she looked so sad. And I was like, and after class, we had to do the whole group project thing again. This happened within the span of like a month. Ooh, I hit mic, my bad. The guy, my guy friend, he would like we would stand leaning against a wall before class started sometimes, and we would like text or like we'd be on our phones and just chilling and talking about stuff. So we leaned against the wall, and I almost fell, and he kind of like helped me up and stuff. So we were like really close to each other. Like my chest was really close. We weren't touching yet. So I was like, "Yo, now's the time. And he was like, oh shit, what do we do? I'm like, "I'm just gonna fall more, yeah?" And he was like, okay. And he's like, "Wait, is she looking?" I'm like, yeah, she's looking. She's always looking. So I like tripped myself. And I fell onto his chest. Yo, this guy was tall, alright? He was not too tall, but like my face was in his chest. That is like my head. The top of my head came to his shoulder. So I like purposely fell into this guy's chest even more. And then he helped me back up and stuff, right? And then this girl, she like came up to us and I was just like, "Hey, are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine. He helped me out. I'm good. Don't worry about it." And she I don't know, she just was really red in the face and she just kept staring at the guy like, you know? And another thing happened. I paired up with him for like a mini exercise thing. And we had to sit on the floor because there was no room. And part of it, because like I said, I study healthcare shit. So one of the exercises was to act as a healthcare professional and a patient. And we had to do a physical examination, all right, of range of motion. I remember this very well. This is probably the most memorable thing. I'm pretty sure Reina remembers this too. But I was just sitting on the floor. I lay down on my back, and my guy friend like lifted my leg and bent it in certain angles. Did the same for my arms and whatever. I did the same to him because we had to role play, right? It was practical exercise shit. Because we were on the floor, there was no. It was inside a gym that this happened in. This frog girl who was with her partner was like staring a lot. I don't know. No, glaring. I think that's a more accurate word. She was glaring at us a lot because she was paired up with a friend of hers and not the guy friend apparently. And then I think me and my guy friend were done with the exercise and everything already. Like we did what we had to do, and we were just talking for a while, waiting for everyone else to finish. And then this frog girl, she crawls on the floor across the gym. You know, like the width of the gym, the shorter side. No, that was not like the width. Yeah, the shorter side of a court, like a basketball court, the shorter side. She like crawled from one corner to the other because we were opposite, and she crawled towards us, and I was like, creepy. It felt kind of like that. You know that horror movie moment? You ever seen the thing where like a ghost goes like crab walking upside down towards you? It kind of felt like that, but she crawled. Yeah, she crawled on all fours towards us, and me and my guy friend, we just sat 90-degree angle, you know, like body up, legs straight out, next to each other. She like crawled right in between our bodies and was like, "Hey, what's up, guys? What you doing? You're finished? The exorcist? Yes, yes, that thing, that thing." Sounds like an anime moment. It really was, but it was like a planned anime moment, so not really. It was like a very scripted anime moment. Yeah, but it was like the exorcist. It was exorcist. I don't know. But yeah, she crawled, and it was the creepiest thing in my life that I'd ever seen. Because me and him were like, we were just in a very casual conversation, chilling, and then suddenly we just see this figure crawling towards us like a freaking worm thing. Like it, freak it the fuck out, okay? Mm. Afterwards, like the thing ended, right? And the guy was just like, "We should walk out of here together. Do you go to this subway station after class?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do. Yeah, that's how I go home." He's like, "Okay, cool. We'll just walk there together, yeah?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, cool. I'm down." So me and him, we walked towards the subway together outside. It was really cold, and I was stupid. I didn't wear much that day, so he gave me his scarf to like put around my neck until we got to the subway. Obviously, I gave it back, but I didn't notice as we were walking until we got to the subway, and we split up to go different directions. But that friend group was walking right behind us as we were walking towards the subway, because apparently they were going to the subway too. And it was the most awkward moment when me and him stopped walking, and I gave him his scarf back as we separated, and I was like, "Bye, dude," and I gave him like a really tiny hug, very tiny hug, very chill hug. He's like, "Bye, dude," and he's like, "Dude, wait, they're right behind. She's right there, she's right there." I'm like, do you want me to stay?" I was like, "What do you want me to do?" What do you want me to do? I was just trying to give him his scarf back, bro. Yeah, I was gonna say bye and just leave, but no, apparently they were behind us. Yeah, I don't think I told Rena this actually. Whoopsies, my bad. It was a very small moment. Yeah, the girl was like staring at us as I was like, I was about to pull away from the hug because it was gonna be really short and I was just gonna leave. But no, he's like, stay, wait. He was like, yeah, he was like, this is the right moment. And then I think some other stuff happened too. Like he would text me more often. And we would talk more often in class. Like we would sit next to each other more, just to make this girl feel uncomfortable. And like we would stand really close to each other. I'm like, "Bro, are we done yet?" Obviously, like it wasn't. I'm like only telling you the most intense parts of the highlights of the story. It was honestly not as intense if I think about it in the long run. But then one day, Frog Girl comes up to me as we're in the gym, and she's like, "You know what? You can just have him." I'm like, "Oh, it worked." I'm like, "Oh, it's okay. He's just a friend." You know, I basically friend zoned him to the Frog Girl, and she's just like, "Okay then." You know, she just looks so done. This only lasted like 3 months, 3 months, maybe. But I don't know. That was the most exciting part. Is making her feel jealous unintentionally and intentionally at the same time. My kusogaki persona just came out so hard. Yeah, it was really funny. For me, at least. For her, not so much, but I was petty. Alright, I was petty. I can be petty. Sounds creepy as fuck? It was. It was. I've told you about the stalkers I've had, right? Like, that's even creepier, in my opinion. It happened way before I met Reina. Now that I think about it. I had a stalker in my, I think, grade 9 high school year. Yeah. Grade 9. So, freshman? Is that what you call it in America? In America? Is it freshman? Your first year of high school? I think that's what it is. I've had a couple stalkers. I had one then. I had one in grade 9, 10, and I believe 12. No, 11? Yeah, first 1 year each. 1 year each. Yeah, I had a stalker. Not fun. Not fun. I think the first one lasted 2 years. The second one lasted 1 year. Oh no, never mind. Third one was in grade 12. I take that back. Last year, senior year. You call them freshmen? Why do you call them freshmen? It's not like they're fresh. They didn't just come out of the womb. I don't understand. Why are first years in high school called freshmen? They've been in school for a while. They're not fresh. They're not fresh off the boat. They're not fresh out the womb. Why you call them fresh? And why men? There's females. There's non-binary people. Why are they men? Why freshmen? I don't understand. America weird. Your terminology is weird. I don't get it. I don't get it. I can understand the senior thing because that's like the highest you can get for in high school. But I don't think... I thought junior... Isn't junior... What's junior? Is junior like... fresh out in college? But this is for high school. You call your grade 9s like first year of high school because it's 4 years. I've been told it goes... I think it goes freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. I think. Could be wrong. So it's 4 years. If you were in like university, I'd understand. Maybe. But no, people call first years in high school freshmen. Fresh to the new school? They really could use a different word, bruh. Oh, okay, I get the order right. Okay, nice. I remember now. Okay. We never use that in Canada. That's not something we do. What time is it where you are? 1:28 a.m. Yeah, nighttime. You call them that too? What? Really? Nah, we don't do that. In Canada, we don't do that. We just go by number. We're like, you're in grade 9, you're in grade 10, 11, 12. Sometimes people say senior year. Like in my senior year, you'll say that. But we don't really say... Or like last year of high school, you know? We don't say you're a freshman. Oh. People used to call grade 9s niners. We call them niners, tenors. Those kind of things, yeah. Or it's just grade 9, grade 10. You're a tenor. Niner. I remember niner. Or like, if you're in grade 11, you just say you're in grade 11. Yeah, we don't use junior stuff, freshman. No. I think the only thing we genuinely use would be senior. What made you want to become a VTuber? Well, I graduated last year. And I built my PC early last year. And thought, can be VTuber. You know, very, very simple. It was very simple. I started my VTuber career with a TV, not really knowing what I was doing. I didn't really understand streaming culture. I never went on Twitch. I was never the kind of person to watch Twitch things. Like, I would never go on a stream and just sit there, be in the chat. You know, I didn't understand. I didn't know what Pog was. What the heck is Pog? I only found out recently what Pog meant. With Cassie. Have you started working yet? Last year, yeah. Okay. Let's go through the timeline, yeah? Because you guys know now. I told you guys. But I graduated university last year when the pandemic was going on real strong. And I was working at the time. I worked until mid to late September, I believe. It was in research, clinical research shit. And the year before that, I was doing clinical work at a clinic, you know? And I think in September, I was like, nah, no more. So I quit. And I took some time off. Just spent the winter figuring out, like, do I wanna what I wanna do and stuff. And I had a thought. I was like, yeah, I still wanna be in healthcare. I still wanna be medical shit. And earlier this year, I'd say January, I was like job hunting really hard, and I actually found something really small, something that I thought I could do, as I was a VTuber too, and it worked for a while. And then if you guys remember, I took a 2-week break, right? So my last day of work was the start of that 2-week break, and I told my mom, and she was cool with it and everything. So I guess since I have been full-time VTuber, does that count? And full-time VTuber. I'm working as a full-time VTuber. Oh, bye, alright player. Good morning and good night. What did I study in university? I don't want to tell you what my major was or what bachelor I have, but I can tell you, I'm comfortable telling you that I have a minor in physiology. Physiology. That is a big word. Yeah, I have a minor in physiology. I took all the physiology shit. I think to get my minor, it was a lot of a lot of physiology courses. There was animal physiology for a year, and then human physiology for a year. I also took the biology of sleep class. I took what's it called? Respiratory something something. I think there was also a lot of heart stuff, cardio shit. I took what else did I take? I took exercise physiology, all the bio courses, and I think that was biology in first and second year, and then yeah, I think that was about it. There's a few more things I think I'm just forgetting because some stuff overlapped with my major or specialist program thing. Yeah. Really off topic, but what's your favorite anime? And I don't know. Oh, yeah, my favorite is SAO. Itori knows. Aww. I'm glad you remembered. Aww. Yeah, my favorite's SAO. Specifically the first season. Gun Gale was okay. Third season was also not too bad. The whole Alicization arc thing confused the crap out of me, so I think I'm gonna rewatch it. I liked the graphics, but I have to say the story was just way too much for my brain. But if I had to recommend something to watch, I'd say Rising of the Shield Hero. That's one of my favorites. Shikimori-san. I think it will Kakoi the Night thing. What else is there? I would say I like Himoto Umaru-chan. That is one of my top favorites. She is my spirit anime character. You only watch season 2? Nah, I'd say you should watch season 1 because the first 2 episodes are so intense. Honestly shocked an Asian parent would accept something outside of the diplo jobs. Right? The thing is, I studied something very medical. I studied physiology for one. That was part of it. So I think you can kind of understand the basic thing of what I studied. It was very basically all about the body, medical shit. At the time, anyway, I wanted to become a doctor. But then I was like, no, I don't want to do med school. So never mind. My parents are really chill. My sister is a nurse. She just passed her nursing exam, so she's officially a registered nurse. But because she's doing her own thing, my parents don't compare us. They try very hard to keep us like, you are your own person. Just because your sister does this does not mean that you have to do this. They're very, very, very good at that thing. So when my mom found out that as a VTuber, she was actually quite supportive. She was like, you turned your hobby into a job, and I'm very proud of you for that. I'm like, yeah, thank you. And I'm gonna tell you, if you can hear them in one of my streams a lot. If you go to I think it was the Okay, it's very recent. It was 8 days ago. Art stream. What faces should I make? That stream. If you go to that one, there is a moment where they come into my stream. It's around the 14-minute mark, I think. And you'll be able to hear them. And my sister and my mom both come in. You can hear both for sure. Uh my mom was really happy. She came in, was like, "Hi, who's here?" You know? And my sister too. She was like looking, she's around, and you can hear them. You can hear that they were happy, that they didn't mind, that they were supportive. But yeah, you can go to that stream and see. Oh, if you want to see my sister try and play Kirby, she has attempted to play Kirby. Like, my family is not a gamer family. I am the only one in my family that even plays games at all. So, she tried to play Kirby. It was in the, I think it was in the Suck Nyum. What's it called? Suck Nyum Poyo Boing. It was 3 weeks ago. It got 1.3k views. Damn. But yeah, if you go to that stream, I think I'm gonna see, where was it? I think it was around the shopping center. I would say, like, hold on, let me go back a bit. I'd say 2 hour mark or so. Maybe a bit before the 2 hour mark, actually. Hold on. I'd say, you know what? Yeah, around the 2 hour mark. She tries to play Kirby. If you want to see her try play Kirby, you can hear her. Yeah. Yeah. I thought I wanted to go to high school biology. High school biology was actually really easy for me. I'm good at memorizing. I hate math. I can math. Don't get me wrong. I can totally math. I tutor my cousins in math. I'm fine with math. I just hate it. Like, my brain is okay with math. I personally just don't like it. I have nothing against math. I just don't enjoy it like some people. Like my mom, she is really into math. On the other hand, I'm not. My sister's the same. She's not into math either. I know my mom and my dad are really into it. More so than I am, at the very least. Like, they're more comfortable. My cousins recently had their just before summer started, they had their exams and final tests and stuff. So I was going around to their houses just trying to help them out with math and science. My cousin, the 15-year-old, she does grade 9 science. So she asked me a lot about how to name compounds and ionic compounds, how to transfer electrons, things like that, which is so easy. Like the difference between oxide and eights, ide and eights, or memorizing the first like 20 things in the periodic table. Helium, like hydrogen, helium, lithium, hydrogen, helium, lithium, boron, carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, you know, all of those. And my younger ones, the 11-year-old twins, I helped them out with. Yeah, I helped one of them graph, and I helped one of them do algebra. Yeah, one of them does algebra, one of them does graphing. Easy shit, at least for me. You hate memorization? No wonder you didn't like bio. Chem and bio and physics are just ugh. Bleh, bleh, bleh. If I had to like give you a hint as to what I majored in for university, I would say it's a combination of biology and physics. Yeah. Not biophysics though. It's not that. It's not that. I like memorizing because my brain is just really good at short-term memory. I'm not as good with long-term. I'm good with memorizing things that flow in a pattern, or there's like a set flow, or like say like the Krebs cycle and how it goes in your body. There's like 32, 36 ATP, and then that goes to like a ATP cyclase, and then you get this many electrons going in, hydrogen going out, things like that. If there's a set amount and pathway that it goes in, I am really good at memorizing those. Or like when ATP becomes AMP and then it becomes diphos whatever's, like I'm good with that shit. But if you tell me, like, to like endocrine stuff. That's so easy for me to wrap my head around. Like how your thyroid gland produces whatever hormones, or like the uterus corpus luteum shit. Like I'm really good at knowing your hormones. I'm good at that. Or like your kidneys, urine balance, and hypertonic solutions versus hypotonic solutions, and the transfer. The flow of sodium and potassium and water through your kidneys, and the nephron, things like that. I'm good at calculating all of that stuff. It's a mixture of chemistry, bio, and physics all at the same time. Yeah. Just curious on the general field of study as well. Yeah, my general field of study is, I would say, emphasis on the physics and bio. Not too much on the chemistry, but if you don't know your chemistry, you're fucked. You need to know when things become like what's the thing? Bichlor. What's the word again? Bichloride? Not bichloride. No. By HCO3 minus that thing, and then it becomes H2CO3. Bicarbonate, that's the word. Carbonate and bicarbonate. Got my brain. And how it flows in the blood. Like it can go through 3 ways. It can go through like your red blood cell, or it can go in the plasma, or it can just go through gas exchange. That kind of thing. Like I'm really good at it. And the heart, cardiac cycles, how it goes in like your superior and inferior vena cava into your atria, left atria, no, right atria, and then down to the left, right ventricle, out into the lungs, where it goes through gas exchange. Gas exchange goes into the left atria, down to the left ventricle, and from the left ventricle, and then out through the aorta to the body, and then the coronary veins and shit. Like I know all of that. What language is this almost? It's how your heart pumps blood through your lungs and to your body and heart. It's called the cardiorespiratory system, or cardiovascular system, whatever you want to call it. See, I'm smart. Me and no medical shit. I feel like I don't sound like the kind of person that studies it though. Like if you just look at me plainly and you listen to me talk, you don't think I'm studying medical shit. You would never have known that I majored in something healthcare related, or that I have a minor in physiology. You would never have known unless I told you. Like you would have never have guessed. I feel like people look at me and they think that I majored in something more creative, like I don't know, like media studies, graphic design, something that does not involve the 3 sciences and math. Like, is that just me? I don't know. I've showed you my grades before though, you know, so you know I'm smart. I don't sound like it. I think I sound dumb half the time. And that's okay. That's okay. I don't need to be a doctor to be a VTuber. Hunter x Hunter? Yeah, of course I have. I really like one of the openings. If I could remember, what is the name of that? It's like the game arc where they, not game arc. It's kind of where they go into this. I think it is the game arc. Is it? They go through a tree or something. I just remember a tree, big tree, and it's where they meet. They like play games or something with a volleyball, dodgeball, something like that. It was like that arc. The opening for that arc was really good. Ant arc, ew, that's the worst. I hated the ending. Ugh. Jump King? I've heard, I've seen. I would not be happy with that game. Something artistic would have been my guess. Nothing. Yeah. I figured. A lot of people say that about me. The second I say I'm working in healthcare, they're like, "You?" I remember. Okay. Sad, but funny to me. When I went back to Hong Kong a few years ago, and I met my parents, my dad's side of the family, and they found out that I was pursuing something in the medical field, they were like, you know, like me, yeah, what, you? You know, I know I said that before, but it was just even worse when I mentioned like exactly what I was doing. When he met that volleyball dude that knows that, yes. Green Island, yeah. Ant arc was good. Okay, there was one part of the Ant arc that I liked. It was the relationship between the bad guy and the, was it Shogi or was it Shogi or was it some other game? The master at some sort of game. Like I really liked their relationship. It was kind of sad though. Shogi master, yeah, it was Shogi. I was right. I loved their relationship together. It was kind of cute. Like it's really started off really weird. The girl was always sniffly, which annoyed me, but I thought it was adorable. I think that was the one part I liked. I hated how everyone became mutant things in the end. Like, it just scared the crap out of me. I have a thing for bugs. I think you guys know I hate insects and bugs with an insane passion. I just cannot stand them. Yeah, it was not... I don't know. Just not... It's scary. Gon vs. Pito was peak. Yeah! Yeah, that was peak. I remember that. It was kind of scary. She had this thing about her. I remember this one scene. She was just holding the head of somebody. Don't remember who, but she was just holding somebody's head. Kind of creepy. Oh, the one scene where Gon became this adult with hair that was like 3 times taller than him. That scared the crap out of me. I was like, who the fuck? Who? That could not be healthy. That looked like a shit ton of steroids was pumped into the guy. That could not have been healthy. Kite? Is that who it was? Was it Kite? Oh, I remember this guy. Kinda creeped me out too. You know what? I think Hisoka? Is that his name? Hisoka? I used to really hate him in the beginning, but he kinda grew on me with his gummy, sticky stuff. His face, I'm just not a fan of clowns. They scare me. I have a bad history with clowns, so... Yeah, I just remember I went to a birthday party when I was like 10. And this clown smelled really bad. Gave me the worst balloon animals. And was like... I think he just told me to act like I liked the thing. To make his life easier because he was having a hard time being a clown or whatever. And I was like... You're ruining my perception of clowns, but okay. Yeah. I remember when... I think there was a scene in Hunter x Hunter where... The people would be... Was it reborn? Is that the word? Is it reborn? It's like they take on the body of something else. I think that's how it went. Honestly, I don't really remember, but it kind of creeped me out. That whole... You take body of some other thing, like you're a bug. Bungie Gum has the... Oh my gosh, yes. The meme. Oh my god, can I tell you something about rubber? Real quick. It was probably one of the most embarrassing things. It was a disconnect between the Canadian English or American English versus British because when... Or maybe it's just the way I grew up. I don't know. In Hong Kong, when I asked somebody for an eraser, I would say, do you have a rubber? Because that's what erasers are made out of. Rubber. Just plain rubber. Moved to Canada. Here I go asking somebody if I could borrow their rubber. And they just look at me with like the weirdest expression. They're like, what'd you say? I'm like, yeah, do you have a rubber? You know, get rid of pencil. And they're like, rubber. I'm like, yeah, rubber. It's rubber. And they're like, no, eraser. Do you know what rubber means here? I'm like, rubber's just rubber, dude. Why are you thinking about it so bad? And apparently rubber means condom. So when I asked someone for a rubber, I was asking somebody for a condom. I was only in grade 8. Anyway, back to the anime. Where they got eaten and turned into ants? Yes! The mutant thing. See, that's what creeped me out. Creeped me the fuck out. Why are you bonking me? Are you not the what? When you gonna be like this? That was just a side tangent. Okay, guys, you should know this by now. Once it hits 1 a.m., all the filters are gone. You guys know this. I swear way more in Discord, so this is nothing. Why are you bonking me? Don't bonk me. Why you gotta look at me like that, Yutari? No. No, don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. Why you gotta look at me like that? Why? Why you gotta stare at me with those eyes? Tangents are a healthy part of talking. I agree. Oh my god, Baka, you're still alive. You fucked up your sleep schedule. How are you here? Are you okay? Baka did like a... What was it? A 25-hour... 25-hour endurance thing? Are you good, dude? Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Baka? Are you okay? I want to stretch a bit. And then I'm gonna put down my bubble tea because I don't need it no more. I feel like I've had it in my hand for a while. Bye-bye. And then I'm gonna strip. How's that? Hi. You're okay? Nice. It's like... 服履いてない。働かみたい。Nah, I'm just chest up, that's all. He's lying. I figured you guys are busy together. I see you. I see you. You can't escape me. Man, I really want to gift Itari a membership, but you can't target people to give memberships, right? Ah, man. Sag. I wish I could gift you a membership. Yes, I can? You mean you're okay or not okay? I'm confused. I'm confused. Oh, wait, guys! Guys. I'm planning on doing a cover song soon. Did I tell you guys that? By any chance? I know you guys know about me and Saku doing a thing. But I don't know if you knew that I wanted to do one solo. I can tell you guys the projects I'm working on. At least some of them. I'm working on one with Saku right now. Like it's definitely almost done kind of thing. We're just waiting for the music video to be finished, and I've seen the music video, guys. It is so good. It is so good. I would spoil it for you guys, but I don't want to. It's too early. No, that's a cheat. You've been supporting me for so long. I feel like if I'm gonna give a membership to anybody, it's gonna be you. If I could pick. Yeah. Because I've known you on Twitter for so long. I've known you in my channel for so long. I feel like I should give one to you. I really wish I could. Sad moments. Sad me at hours, but it's okay. It's okay. Oh yeah, and I'm working... Okay, like I said, working on one with me and Saku. And then I'm working on one... at least I'm practicing one right now because I want to get it right before I record it and actually do it. And then there's a third project between me, Saku, and Kurine. And I don't think you guys have really heard Kurine too much. She's not really a streamer. She's a little too busy to be streaming. So instead, she just does collabs and hangs out with all of us as a part-time B2B. Brr. Yeah. So we're working on something like that together. It's kind of NSFW though. Kirine is going to do the art apparently. I don't know if that's gonna stick, but she said she wants to do the art for us. So, yeah. I'll get your membership when I go by TD. You don't have to. I want to gift you one. I want to gift. I wish I could gift, but I can't gift on my own channel, which is stupid. Only waking up because I'm broke. Hey, I get that though. I get that. And I'm broke too. Kind of. I have earned money slowly but surely through streaming. And I think I've paid off pretty much my model already. I think I'm pretty close to it. I've almost paid it off 1,000. I mean 100%. I think I'm missing like 10%, and then I'm definitely done with earning back the money that I spent on my new model. And then how do I gift people shit? I can't gift people anything. That makes me so sad. Anyway, I'm just happy now. I'm happy that I can make a living out of VTubing now. Like I'm not like a high earning VTuber or whatever, but I'm glad that I have something from it. Because if I didn't, my parents would not support it. And I think the only reason why my sister and my mom are so open to the fact that I'm a streamer and a VTuber is the whole financial backing thing. Like if I did this and there was nothing substantial coming from it besides me being happy, like they would say it's a waste of time and you can find happiness elsewhere. You know, that's kind of, I think that's what they would say. So the fact that I can tell them like, yeah, I have income and I have visual, like tangible evidence, I think that's what makes them way more supportive of it than if I didn't have that evidence. YouTube needs the money, that's why you can't give away membership. I cry. YouTube, don't withhold my money like this. Please let me spend it. Please. Yeah. And I'm really glad that my parents have, you know, accepted it though. Have you ever tried auditioning for big companies like Niji and Hollow? No. Now that I think about it, no. I think the main reason why is because I don't want to give up myself, you know? The way I stream, I think I blur the lines between IRL and VTubing a lot. And, you know, I feel like the things that I came up with for my model, the way I look like, the way I act like, are very me. I'm always worried that if I auditioned for something, say magically I got in, like they would try to make me something I'm not. That is like the one biggest fear that I have. If I could join a company or an agency that allowed me to keep me as me, like say, I think there's a company, I think it's called Kawa Entertainment. I think they adopt VTubers where they like just bring them into the company. They don't give them models or whatever. I would join a company like that. I don't know how I would feel if I had to give myself up, you know? I'd like to keep me as me. And you know what? This model is so new. I would hate to like somehow get accepted and then have to not use it. And I'd like to get, you know, I'd like to be me. You know, in the future, the thing is, I think when I saw the HoloLive and the, like for second gen HoloLive Ian and Niji Sanji Ian auditions, when I saw them, I think at the time, I was still really not confident. I had very low self-esteem. I was not confident that I could, you know, I would be successful. I thought that I should work on myself as a VTuber, build up my resume and all that, just a bit before I, you know, give myself a shot. Even I didn't wanna do something and then get let down by it or have regrets. So I was like, okay, if I ever see one in the future and I think it would be a good fit, and I've read all their, you know, the about me sections and the TOS, like terms of service, or what they provide, what kind of benefits they have, or what I have to compromise, things like that. If I agree I would do it. I would do it. But at the moment, like before, like I definitely didn't feel comfortable. I didn't think I would be able to live up to it or anything, but now I think I can. I've gotten really comfortable with streaming now. Like I used to get cold sweat and panic before a stream started. Like during the loading screen, I would like start sweating, I would like pant, I would like drink a shit ton of water, and you know, I would just panic. I'd be anxious. I wouldn't know how to start the stream. I was like, what do I say? I never really knew. I was scared. Because I was also like, there's 3 people watching me right now. Oh shit. You know, I'd be scared. Like there's actually someone who's interested. And I had to keep them around, or at least try my best to keep them around. And I'd panic. So if you told me to audition for a big agency like Hololive or Niji or Vishojo, at that time when I was still acting like that, I really don't think I would have felt comfortable in the end. But if you ask me now to audition, I would be okay. I'd be fine. I'm confident now. Like I don't panic anymore. Like I'm very happy when I see the loading screen. I'm like, hey, we're starting, you know? I get this feeling of accomplishment, I guess. Like when I just I feel fulfilled when I see you guys in chat talking before the stream starts. I'm like, oh my god, you guys are here! Hey! That's why sometimes I'll try and like be in the chat, be like, hey guys, I'm here. Just give me a second. You know? Carbs are 50-50. Sometimes they keep your old model. Depends on their business model. Yeah, exactly. It takes a lot of freedom away. I agree. I think it does take some freedom away. The benefits to it are that like you get a lot of backing, I suppose. Some like more reputable companies will give you about a bit more backing, and they'll help you create the content you want to create. Oftentimes, I mean, obviously there are you got restrictions like not being able to talk about certain projects you're working on, or not being able to talk about IRL stuff as much. But knowing me, like I'd be fucked if I was forced to restrict myself in that regard. If it's JP's me screwed because you have to follow. Yeah, I would. I'd hate to have to follow game permissions. Oh, ugh. Yeah, just more like, yeah, I need marketing help. I don't market myself. I'm just me. I don't really market or anything. I just kind of do what I do. Secret code? Secret code? What kind of a secret code? Your voice will give it away? It really will. Yeah. I think it's just the way I talk, and if you listen carefully enough, my accent. Oh, not a bad deal. Yeah, that is true. Not a bad deal. Not a bad deal. Not at all. I don't know. I don't know what the cuts are like for agencies. Every agency is different. Every company is different. So, like, I don't know. Guess a manager. Yeah, I wish I had a manager. Damn. More exposure as well. Yeah, I agree. It's the exposure. The milliseconds is half. We all know if for whatever reason gets anyone. I think you would know if I like if I said half can't, what else did I say? Aluminium or aluminum? I say aluminium, by the way. Or if I spell things with a U, like color, favor, flavor, anything with a U, I'll spell those with a U. I don't know. I just have tics. Not tics, more like habits. Or if you hear me say "oi" or "not like this," you'll know it's me. If you talk a lot about SEO and sings old JP songs, it's her. Oh fuck, that is so true. That is very me. That is so me. That is very me. Oh my gosh, Ethan, you just know. And I think the way I tweet is also kind of a giveaway. Oh yeah, they did. Oh, 70-30. Damn. That sounds like Twitch. 70-30 split. Nah, whatever. I don't know. I think like I would only join an agency if I really think they'd help me, or if I think it could really like boost me up, or do you call it? Like, if I think the benefits heavily outweigh the cons, I would do it. And I also have to think about my happiness. If the benefits are very, very, very good compared to the cons, but I don't think I'd be happy there, I wouldn't do it. If I think being in whatever agency would make me very happy, and the benefits outweigh the cons by a lot, then I would join. It just really depends. I don't know. I also thought about getting getting another outfit, by the way. But yeah, that's a future thing. I like the idea of being part of some kind of agency because they're pretty close knit, you know? Like the community that's created, the what's it called? Like, being so close to each other, you can kind of just pop in and their stream, be like, "Hey, what's up?" and then leave. You know, just like really impromptu collabs I've seen, or being able to just talk and offline collab. Maybe like get paid for travel. You know, business trip. Get reimbursed by YouTube. Because I've heard of that happening, where YouTube will pay for travel expenses if they're for like, you know, specific situations, you know? So if that could happen, I really would. I would love it. I would really like it. Twitch is blah, 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 blah. Oh, Wii? Oh yeah, the Wii. Donations to smaller. Oh, true. You're right. Yeah, the cuts. Would you prefer to have a huge audience? I mean, I think I'm not looking for a big, huge audience. I'm looking for community. I think quality over quantity for the most part. Yes, it's great if by some chance I grow and I have a shit ton of viewers. Like, that'd be great. I think that's every VTuber's dream, is to have, you know, a lot of viewers. I think it's any streamer's dream, really, to grow and have many viewers and, you know, have a lot of support. Because typically, if you do, you get more exposure and it just exponentially grows, right? Because the more people that watch you, the more they share you, the more people it reaches out to. So there is a benefit. It's just bigger growth, and you get to connect with bigger people. That's kind of, I feel like that's a general thing. But I like having a small community for, you know, just getting to know who watches me. And I think the more I get to know you, the more I know what you like to watch, the more I can make streams fun for you and me. Right? Like, if there's, like, say I had my Kirby streams. I think there was a time where I did a shit ton of Kirby streams, and I saw a lot of people liked it. So I was like, oh, guess I'll stream this more, right? And through that, I was able to meet more people that stayed, some people that didn't, and that was fine. But for the ones that did stay, I got to know you and figure out what other things you liked besides Kirby. Like, say it was the karaoke streams, or like, guys. What is this? What? What? Am I good? Am I back? I, I I don't know. Am I back? Am I okay? Am I okay, guys? Now I'm gonna put my chest up. Am I okay? I've returned. YouTube, please! YouTube! Oh my god! That's a bit. No. Am I okay? Am I okay? Yes? No? Yes? Yes? That's a bit. Am I alive? Yes! Oh, I'm back again. Okay. Hi, Cassie. Hi, Poke-chan. I'm back. Alright, nice. What was I talking about? Guys, what was I talking about? What was I talking about? What was I talking about, guys? It's a lot better? Are you sure? Are you really sure? I'm kinda scared. I'm not gonna lie, I am kinda scared. I see Ethernet. Hold on. I don't wanna... Okay, I don't wanna fuck it up. So... I won't stream for too long. Maybe like another 10 minutes. Like 5 minutes. And I should probably end the stream anyway. It's 2:30 in the morning. It is 2:30 in the morning. I should really be ending the stream anyway. I shouldn't really be here talking too much. I can talk more tomorrow. It's okay. I can talk more tomorrow. But yeah, I remember. Okay, yeah, I was talking about agency stuff, right? Yeah. Agency stuff. Try not to let... What? What? I really should be heading to bed, shouldn't I? How long have I been streaming? I started at 11. And 3 and a bit. 3 hours? And a bit. Whoops. Welcome back. Thank you. Am alive. I really should be heading to bed though. Oh, neruyo. It's late. もうこんな時間. I should really be going to bed. But yeah, like I said, I'd be okay with joining an agency. Just depends. Like if how they would treat me and if I'm happy about it. That's all. Welcome back. Thank you. Bye bye. I should be bye bye, but don't want to say bye bye. I don't want to say bye bye. Yada yo. Yada. I don't wanna bye bye. I don't wanna bye bye. Yada. 2:30 me? Yeah, it's 2:30 in the morning. 22時間。20, huh? Papa Lisa! Oh my god. Hi, it's been a while, hasn't it? Hey! Hi! Oh my gosh, I have a project for you coming. Ayasumi, Nerio, Ayasumi, 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 Itari. Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. I gotta go to bed. It's 2:30 in the morning. Damn. I did not expect this chatting stream to go on for this long. Like, I really didn't. I didn't expect it. I really didn't. I just thought it would be really quick. I thought it'd be like 2-hour stream most, but it went on for more than that. I love talking to you guys though, so... And I feel like I can talk for a long time. I don't really stop, so... This can continue tomorrow. I'm gonna stream tomorrow afternoon. I promised I would stream in the afternoon, but I didn't today because my mom's birthday thing. So tomorrow afternoon, 12 hours from now, I'll do a stream. Yeah, so I'm gonna go to bed like right away. I'm tired. I should sleep. I love talking to you guys though. We've had such a good conversation today. It was great. 私 みんなたちと一緒に話して楽しいだからもう I don't wanna end. I don't wanna end. 終わりたくないね。集め、そうね。もう集めだよ。集め。I should go. I should go. Yeah. I'll see you guys tomorrow in I suppose 12 hours. Yeah. I'll see you guys. Okay. We can continue this conversation tomorrow. I really don't want to end the stream like this, but I really should. I don't wanna risk the disconnect again. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. Okay. The ending screen won't go on for very long. I'm gonna put it for a few minutes, maybe like for a few seconds, and then ending go. Yeah. Thanks for the shit. You're welcome, Sagarashi. Thank you for being here for so long. Bye, Chachi. Poke-sama. Bye bye. Bye, Penalty. Bye, Kyle. Thank you to all you who were lurking or just enjoyed the conversation. And you guys in chat, thank you. I'll see you guys soon. 12 hours. Just go to bed, take a nap. I'll be here. Bye, RR. Bye bye. Bye, Lankun. Bye bye. Night night. Man, I hate saying goodbye, but I'll see you guys soon. Bye, guys. See you soon, Cassie. Oh, we should have a collab soon. Yeah. Okay, wait. Bye bye. Bye bye. That's my energy. See you next time. Bye, Andrew. I'll see you guys. Bye bye. Bye bye. Mommy and I. おやすみ。